Oh,
That's pretty funny.
Like a haircut fade?
Like your hair's so sad we have to fade it?
I'm trying to bring up the internet, but the board is not set up properly. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, man. I think I got it now.
Just hit the button or two.
All right, I got it now. Okay, go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it fast. Go ahead. All right. Oh, geez, it's still not working in here. Hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. So sad they had to fade it.
What does it mean?
I mean, I thought that I heard that they were pissed off that the record company made them fade one of their songs instead of it either going longer or
What?
Yeah. I mean,
must have really been upset.
No, I'm serious.
They're going to write a song
So
line about that
we've-
technicality?
Yeah, listen, so glad we've almost made it. They're becoming big stars.
Yeah, so sad they had to fade it. Everybody, I think they built into the song that they were pissed that the record company made them fade out one of their songs or the song ending cold. You know, like when a song just stops. You know, like
So sad they had to stop.
No. But in some songs, there's a fade where the song just gets lower and it fades out, and there are other songs that just ends like Joan Jett. I love rock. Come and take your time and dance with me.
Song's over.
Song ends just like it. That's a cold ending song.
I think that Tears for Fears song you played is a fade at the end.
It does, yes, it does fade. That song fades. But I can't remember whether it was that song or whether it was another one of their songs.
Memories Fade is another one of their songs.
But they were pissed off, I believe, that the record company... Fester, can you look this up for me quickly?
Butthurt, were they?
As we get started on this Tuesday here on the MJ Morning Show, see if you can find this. See if you can just look up, do a Google search. You're Mr. Google over there. See if I am like imagining something about that line in Everybody Wants to Rule the World about they're pissed off they had to fade one of their songs. All right. So, Fester, look that up. I need the answer in the next segment, all right? In just a few minutes here on the MJ Morning Show.
Well, they did rhyme it with it. So.
All right. I refuse to call it the Sunshine Showdown. Oh, my God.
Sounds too happy.
Who came up with that?
Was that like a fight on the bridge?
It's the Lightning and the Panthers. It's the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's the Florida Panthers down in South Florida, and they're calling it the Sunshine Showdown.
Sounds like who can be more cheerful on the
Oh
ice.
my God, that is the worst.
Is there going to be a big rainbow?
Well,
or happiness?
I saw numerous news stories on this thing, and of course, it's round 2 of the NHL playoffs, and the Lightning are down in Sunrise tonight for the first game of the second round against the big Florida rivalry, the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And for whatever reason, I've seen multiple stories, and who the hell named this the Sunshine Showdown?
Yeah, the worst editor ever.
Yeah, we're called the Lightning. There's no sunshine with us.
That is awful. That is a terrible name. So I'm not calling it that. I'm telling you, that's the last time you're going to hear me call it the... I'm not calling it that. I hate it.
Well, it's a 27-game series, so get used to it.
All right, hang on, folks. Fessy, get my research, okay?
You got it.
You get that research ready to roll, because I want to know what's going on here. All right, 6:07. We're just getting rolling here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, so stand by. Now, I want to talk money for a second here. The money I want to talk about is yours. 619, rolling up on 620. Fester, did you get my research? Do you have what I'm looking for on the Tears for Fears thing? Do you have it?
Unfortunately,
Right.
It's more research than I can do during one Four Non-Blondes song.
All right.
However,
Guess what? Michelle sent it to me. All right. So
there's a bunch of takes. There's a bunch of hot takes on this song. It means a lot to different people. I'm sorting through it.
My home research department. Hey, Casey, do you have the audio bite for me? Do you have the So Sad? Do you have that queued up ready to go? Do you have that
song?
Yeah.
The song that we played?
Yes.
Do you have the clip that I asked you to get?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
I have it right here. I have it
You have it
right
right there? All right, go ahead. Hit it. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. And folks, if you're just tuning in now, that song was playing just before we started the show at 6 o'clock this morning. And right out of the chute, I'm like, hey, do you know what that lyric means? I'm pretty sure I heard this, or I might have dreamt it, that Tears for Fears, they were pissed that they were forced to fade one of their songs by the record company or something to that effect. And Fester's been looking for half an hour for this thing, or, 20 minutes. And
Let's not go crazy,
All right.
but I found Reddit threads that it's about the book 1984 and how it's the government control. And
Michelle is up early this morning, and Michelle was listening, and Michelle said that's true. They didn't like the song being faded out.
How the hell does she know?
Hold on, here it is. Here's the excerpt, because she found the
Are
excerpt.
you sure that you didn't have that dream and then you woke up and told her?
No. Listen to this. The line, so glad we've almost made it, so sad they had to fade it, was a reference to the band's frustration that their record label, made them fade out the end of Shout. Oh, to make it shorter in order to ensure more radio play.
Yeah, they wanted to let it all out.
Yeah, shout, let it all out. That song from Tears for Fears. So they were pissed off that the record company made them fade that song instead of having it go longer. Then I guess they didn't want to cold edit. They just wanted the song to be much longer. And the record company wanted them to have a shorter version to get it on the air. And that's kind of an inside kind of radio deal, is that radio stations, especially the top 40 stations, the current music stations, back in the day, they wanted shorter songs to get more songs in and not have like 6, 7, 8 minute songs. And I guess Tears for Fears, for the song Shout, let it all out. I guess that song went on for 39 minutes. And they were really, no, I'm kidding.
Don't they just scream shout, let it all out for
there's
the end of the song the whole time?
Yeah,
there's another great there's another great song butchering lyric in Billy Joel's The Entertainer. And the line is like, you're going to have a hit, but you got to make it fit. So they cut it down to 205.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And he had this great song. It was the best song of his life.
You're right.
And they had to make it fit into 2 minutes.
I know the lyric. I know exactly what you're talking about. So Michelle found this, that, they were pissed off that they had to fade out Shout at the end and make it shorter. So that's what that lyric means. So sad they had to fade it. Everyone wants to rule the world.
It's not right. So we wouldn't leave it. Were they British?
But you know what? It was it's kind of soft. Yeah, I think they are. It's kind of soft. They should have gotten violent.
Listen, we're going to not fade it, and if you're going to fade it, I'm going to beat you.
Or burn down the record company executive's house.
I got a gun in my pocket.
Big old arson.
Let me tell you what the Tears for Fears are.
Big old stabbing.
Fears of arson.
I'm going to be crying when I beat you.
Fears of me killing your pup.
Tears tattooed on my side of my face.
Yeah, exactly. Dog kidnapping. What do you think about that? All right, so the Lightning, they're going to have the whole Thunder Alley thing going tonight downtown at Amalie.
Cool.
For game 1 of the Lightning and the Florida Panthers. So Thunder Alley is going to be hopping tonight. How many people can they cram down there?
Like
a couple of thousand?
Yeah, I mean, it's packed. It is a dense piece of humanity.
The only issue is they're going to have a 19-inch old TV set with rabbit ears, and they're going to have to keep adjusting the antenna,
Well, since the river is so close, the bathroom's really easy access.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Right into the river.
And we're not if nobody call it the Sunshine Showdown. Nobody. Do not.
The Sunshine Showdown.
That's like Hal Herman with the Sunshine Showdown.
Right. That's right. That's Sunshine Showdown.
All right, who the hell came up with the name the Sunshine Showdown? Because it's two Florida hockey teams playing. Who came up with that awful name?
I don't know, but fun fact.
Oh, God.
MJ hates Sunshine Showdown.
And I hate fun fact. You did that deliberately.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a fun fact.
Did you deliberately say fun fact?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to say two things you hate in the same sentence.
So fun fact and Sunshine Showdown? You're just trying to alienate me early in the morning? Well, thank you so much. All right, there's an audio bite that is, I think, the best audio bite from yesterday out of the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, the defamation trial that resumed yesterday after a week that it was off because of I think the judge had to take the family to Dollywood or something. I think that was the story.
Well, they had non-refundable tickets in 2 Pigeon Forge. They were going to fly into Gatlinburg, and they went to Dollywood.
The judge had some kind of a conflict, and something had already been scheduled. So that's why the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was off last week, but it came back with a vengeance yesterday. Cross-examination, baby. All right, so we'll get into this in more depth later on because we need to do in-depth team coverage and analysis here. But, man, this is great. This particular audio bite from the trial yesterday, this is Amber Heard on the stand.
You said you brought the dogs. Who were the dogs you brought?
Johnny's dog, at the time, Boo.
Oh, Boo.
My dog, Pistol. We shared them.
Boo and Pistol.
They're teacup Yorkies, and I believe Raquel, my best friend's dog, which is a mutt.
Okay. What, if any, issues did Boo have with bathroom problems, if you will?
Objection, leading, and relevance.
Overruled.
Overruled. Go ahead. Answer the question.
She had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy and had bowel control issues for her entire life, among some other issues.
All right, Froggy, let's go to the expert here. So the claim is...
Where's my weed? Why is the dog shaking?
The dog ate my weed. I heard the dog ate my homework, but the dog ate my weed.
That's a new one.
All right, let's go to our resident marijuana expert over here, Froggy.
I'm not exactly an expert, but
so
okay.
Amber Heard is claiming that the dog ate Johnny's weed, and ever since the dog ate the marijuana, that the dog had, bathroom problems, and that's the reason why the dog pooped in the bed. Can you confirm or deny that particular medical issue from consuming marijuana if you're a canine?
I don't know many dogs that have done that, and if we could find one to interview, that'd be great.
But you only know 2 dogs, the 2 dogs if you've had.
Yes, and neither of them have ingested. I would be very highly upset.
Okay, so they've never...
But I'm pretty sure it doesn't cause a lifetime of stomach issues for the dog.
Is that not a great audio bite, folks?
So is she blaming the poo on Boo?
Yeah, she is. In fact, if the dog's name was Pooh, I think that would be a lot more believable.
But did you get when she said he was obsessed with fecal matter?
Also, Saturday Night Live... On Saturday, they did their cold open with this, and they kept calling it the dog. Somebody boo-booed in the bed, and then it turns out that one of the dogs was named Boo, and the other one is Piss.
Well, we know Pistol didn't do it.
That would have been number one.
Yeah.
That would have been number one, and Boo went. All right, full analysis of the bed and the poop situation coming up a little later on here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, good news. Morons in the News is next. I got a great pile. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say pile.
I mean,
all right, great.
We have a great boo-boo
great pile of morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, when it comes to an AC company, who can you... Chowan IEC. Chowaniak.
Okay.
Joseph, what kind of name is that?
An awful name of an awful person.
I'd rather have Schnitt than Chowaniak.
Oh, that's a tough call.
All right. Anyway, this dude is charged with one count of making a terroristic threat, according to prosecutors in the Erie County Sheriff's Office. So this Buffalo bozo was arrested after he threatened to, quote, shoot up a local pizzeria like the Tops.
Oh, no.
One day after what happened at that Top supermarket up in Buffalo on Saturday. Joseph Chowaniak, 52, called up Bocce Pizza. Calls up bocce. Is that like bocce ball? Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think that's what they're, bocce ball. It's that kind of silly game that the Italians play, right?
That's silly. It's like bowling for old people.
Yeah, lawn bowling.
Just bring back the metal spikes. Bring back the lawn jarts.
Oh, yeah.
Or the lawn darts or whatever they called it. All right, so this guy, 52, he calls up Bocce Pizza around noon on Sunday. Keep in mind, this is the day after what happened at the supermarket, and threatened to shoot up bocces like the Tops on Jefferson. A reference to what happened. I mean, are you serious? And he was griping apparently about a pizza order from earlier in the week. What is this guy, drunk?
He's been holding on to this bad pizza for a while.
He's got a pizza grudge going back earlier in the week. Anyway, the pizza shop closed for the day after receiving the threat. So they shut down on Sunday after the guy threatens the pizza store. They're not taking any chances. They don't want a copycat situation. They shut down.
Did he order a meat lovers? And
I don't, Fester. I don't have the.
We have no idea why
maybe
he was so
wanted
mad.
Thin crust.
About 40 minutes later, Chowaniak then called the Southern Tier Brewing Company and made additional threats referencing the super. What is wrong with this guy? Then the cops finally caught up with this Chowaniak later on Sunday, and he was found on a street corner holding a sign that read, Uncle Sam, dismantle white supremacy. What is going on with this guy? He was taken into custody, charged with one count of making a terroristic threat. During his arraignment yesterday morning, he was held without bail pending the results of a forensic examination. The defendant is accused of making threatening phone calls to businesses and referencing this horrific shooting as the entire city of Buffalo is grieving. This crime will not be tolerated, especially as we're actively investigating what happened at the Top supermarket.
Yeah, the police have nothing better to do in Buffalo this weekend.
You got to be kidding. By the way, this is a white guy. This is a stupid white guy.
Does he have no shirt on?
It looks like it is. You're correct. Or it's a very, very, very low V-neck.
He's got a off the shoulder.
Or if he's got a what is that top called?
A tube top?
Is that a tube top or a halter top? Whatever it is.
Oh, he's bringing it back. Nice.
He's rocking the halter in his mugshot. No, it looks like, and I'll show it to the camera, folks. MJTV is on. Hey, Casey, is MJTV on today?
Yeah, we're 100% on today. All good.
Now, again, folks, yesterday we had a technical issue, and MJTV was busted for the first hour. It was all frigged up. It was all gooked up with something. So MJTV was off. Fester, you can turn it off. It's very distracting. I don't like that.
Do you see how good you look?
Yeah, Fester.
I just wanted to make sure it was on.
Yeah, just shut it off.
All right, relax.
Yeah. No, it's just distracting when I see my mouth moving in different ways,
Keep
and
your pants on.
Yeah,
it's right in front of me. It is. It gets. I'm all confused over here. I'm scared and confused.
Like doing a Zoom call.
Just call me Roz. I'm all scared and confused.
Listen, Roz.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
Thank you. So MJTV is working this morning. Yeah, yesterday for the first hour it was down, but it's fixed. All right, so I'm showing the MJTV, showing the camera right now. This is the dude, and if you look, it looks like he's wearing no shirt. Roxanne is 100% right.
Yeah, Chowaniak.
Very observant. Looks like he's wearing no shirt in his mugshot.
Well,
So-
I often wear shirts where my shoulders are showing, so maybe he's wearing a shirt like that, but that's really more of a feminine style.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're ever arrested And in your mugshot, if you could make sure that you're wearing, you're not wearing off the shoulder today.
No, off the shoulder today.
No, you're wearing, what is that? I don't even know.
It's
Regular
on
shirt
the
and a
shoulder
sweater.
today.
Very much on the shoulder.
It's either
but
on or off the
you're
shoulder.
correct. This schmuck apparently has no shirt on during his mugshot, or he's wearing a tube top or whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's come back to Florida. So that was Buffalo. Now back to Florida here as the morons rage on. Oh, look, it's a Largo story.
See, let's get back to the place I love.
Let me tell you right now that when it comes to morons in the news and all of these stories from Florida that proliferate, these idiot stories, and are dealt with all around the country, you have radio morning shows, you have TV stations doing these stories. And in Florida, Largo is going to become synonymous. Largo is really becoming ground zero, the hot spot for total Florida. Florida already is, our state already is just a hotbed for these idiot stories. And we're made fun of. Florida man, the whole, Florida man. Well, Largo, for whatever reason, for the last year and a half, Largo has just been on fire. And I'm not talking because it's dry conditions. We haven't had a lot of rain and there's some crunchy grass out there. No, I'm talking, Largo's on fire with these stories.
And we always used to ask Coop if any of these were his neighbors because he lives in Largo, which I've been meaning to ask Casey where he lives.
He lives in Town and Country.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Hey, Casey, you live in Town and Country. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you don't hear about many morons out of Town and Country.
No.
A couple of gang stories occasionally, but
Once in a while.
I think that's quieted down over the last 10 years. I don't know. The Latin King still running around Town and Country? Is that still a thing?
It's the Town and Country boys. Get it right.
There you go. All right. So out of Largo, a St. Pete woman. Why are a lot of St. Pete people are going to Largo to do stupid things? Have you noticed
I've
that?
noticed that.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get things straight.
Yes.
The way Pinellas County is built,
Yes.
you travel over one road, you're in a different town.
That's true.
There's Largo, Seminole, Clearwater,
Hold
St.
on.
Pete, Pinellas Park.
Don't leave out Kenneth City.
Yeah, seriously. I got pulled over once by Kenneth City Police Department. They have
Wait a
like
minute.
4 blocks to take patrol.
Hang on a minute. Kenneth City has a police department?
I'll tell you right now.
What is it, like the old Waldo Police Department on 301?
It's like Barney Fife comes out.
I got pulled over by Kenneth City Police like in the late 90s. I'll
Right.
tell you now, Kenneth City Police.
Right.
I mean, hey, officer, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Okay, aside from having respect for police
Right,
officers,
right.
they're the biggest pain in the asses in Pinellas
Wait,
County.
is there-
Anybody will tell you that.
Is there still a Kenneth City Police
I
Department?
believe so. I don't know. I haven't been through Kenneth City in
Did
a
they have
while.
the single red light on top of
But
that?
in the day, the Kenneth City Police Department was like the speed trap right in the middle of beautiful Pinellas.
So it was like Waldo. It
Yes.
was like Waldo and Stark up there on 301. Remember that? That was like the speed trap capital of the world.
A bunch of butthurt officers who were pissed off because they weren't St. Pete PD or Pinellas County.
Oh man, you're endearing yourself to the Kenneth City Police.
I'm never going back to Kenneth City again. They probably still have pictures of me up in
All
there.
right, can you look it up? See, what you use Google all the time. Google. Tell me if the Kenneth City Police Department is still in effect. I have no idea if they are.
Police Department, Kenneth City Police Department. Yeah, I mean, listen, officers, thank you for all you do for our community.
By the way, they've got a 3.4 Google rating. Listen, we respect all law enforcement, including the Kenneth City Police Department. And Fester apparently got pulled over back in, what, 1990?
1990, like 4.
1994.
Seems like you have it out taillight here, son.
Will you stop it?
Was it Porky's all of a sudden?
All right, so good morning to the Kenneth City Police Department.
You lost, boy. We don't like your fat kind around here in Kenneth City. Kenneth City's a fit town. Whoa, sorry, sir.
Anyway, let me get back to the
All right,
story.
sorry, I
so
apologize.
out of Largo, a St. Petersburg woman arrested after cops say that she ripped through the Walmart in Largo on one of those electric scooter shopping carts and was damaging all kinds of merchandise and slapping employees and cursing up a storm when the staff asked her to leave the store.
Was this for a video or is this real? Like she's
No.
really crazy.
No, it's not a Shorty Shane video. According to the arrest report, Asia Cherie McClendon, 29 years old, went into Walmart on the electric shopping cart. This happened around 6:30 p.m. this past weekend on Saturday.
See, usually you don't picture the 29-year-old on that.
See,
No.
there's a lot. I've been noticing this more and more.
Yep.
Electric cart entitlement. People who have no business riding the cart.
The hell's electric cart entitlement?
Well, you go to the stores and they have the electric cart?
Yeah.
And who are they for?
For people that have physical disabilities.
I think in the last 5 months, I've seen 10 or 15 times where people were perfectly fine.
You don't think they have a disability?
How do you know?
How do you know?
Because they're like
Well, you're
racing and going up and down and zipping every aisle and not buying anything.
And then when they get off.
You could tell who's hot rodding on the 1/4 of a mile an hour machine as opposed to somebody who's actually buying.
All right, so Asia Cherie McClendon, she gets into the Walmart, she gets on the electric shopping cart, and she's just tearing up the place.
Yeah.
She's just on a joyride.
Do you think Asia had a functioning disability?
I want to see the Kansas City Police Department smash right through the front doors and have a car chase like the Blues Brothers right inside the Walmart going after her on the electric scooter. That's what I want to see. All right, so once inside the store, according to the police, she began driving the cart into displays.
What's the matter with her?
She starts knocking over merchandise, running into the displays. The employee said, "Hey, can you please leave the store?" Then she starts cursing at the staff. According to the cops, an employee followed McClendon around the store at a distance while on the phone with 911. Police said McClendon then continued to verbally curse out the employee. And then when they reached the clothing section, she turned around and then approached the associate, used the palm of her hand, and hit the Walmart associate in the face. Oh my God.
Give her a palm strike?
Yes.
Kill somebody like that.
As they continued to walk down the aisle, McClendon then turned around, lunged at the victim, and pushed the victim, according to the rest. Anyway, the woman's been charged with battery and disorderly conduct. All that on a scooter at the Walmart in Largo. That's why we call it Morons in the News. Folks, hold on to that thought. We have Morons Chunk 2 next. Chunk 2 of the Morons in the News. And it just gets weirder and better from here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Let me tell you. to the program. My name is MJ, and got Roxanne over here. Typically, Fester and Froggy would be in the studio, but they are not. So it's just the MJ and Roxanne show right now
Here we go.
until Froggy and Fester. And you're getting a bunch of texts this morning.
I am. Everybody wants to know about this email you were talking about on IG.
Yes.
I do too.
Well, I encourage everyone to give me a follow on Instagram. What are you shaking your head at? Fester, what did you just bring in here? Oh, my God. What is that?
Hold on now.
It's breakfast.
Let me turn your mic on because you've been tardy.
All right, let's not overreact.
Yeah.
First of all, I bring my goblet of water. I drink water every morning.
I don't care about your water goblet.
And then
you just brought in.
I bring a cup of coffee.
But what? Oh,
these are some.
are those stolen from Wawa?
Yeah,
Look.
Wawa sweeteners.
Fester steals handfuls of Wawa sweeteners whenever he's there.
This time with
and then
bagels.
hold on a minute. And then
I bring a cup of creamer.
From where? From Wawa?
No.
Oh, these are from our.
These are from here.
Oh my God!
Dude, I went to a racetrack yesterday, and they had like chocolate caramel creamer.
Oh, jeez. Would you
How
stuff
many
your
bugs?
pockets with? How many of those did you steal?
He puts like 20 in one cup of
Oh,
coffee.
it's like my great-grandmother. When I was a little kid, seriously, my great-grandmother, who died when she was 92 or 93. No, 95. My great-grandmother was 95 when she died. I remember I was like 9, 10 years old, and we used to go to a place called Wolfie's. It was an old deli down in Miami Beach, I think on Collins.
Okay.
And on the way out of the restaurant, she used to stop at tables that were already empty and take the rolls out of the baskets and put them in her purse as she's walking out of the restaurant.
They're still good rolls.
So people that already finished dinner or lunch, they left the diner, old Wolfie's on Collins in Miami Beach, and she would literally, as we're walking out, she'd stop at each table that had already been vacated and grab the leftover onion rolls out of the baskets. You know those little like plastic wicker like weaved baskets for bread?
Yeah.
She'd grab all the rolls, like 8 tables on the way out, and just jam them in her purse.
Her and I would have got along swimmingly.
That's what I'm saying. So, Fester, you grab handfuls of condiments and creamers and sweeteners.
He's using all of them.
Oh,
You're
my-
using all of them. How many are you going to
I
use?
put a mix in. I see because I like the hazelnut creamer, but I don't like it all hazelnut, so I have to mix it with regular creamer.
Oh my!
Oh, you
Yeah.
love your treats.
You're a scofflaw. You're a petty thief, is what you are. All right, back over to the. You just distracted us.
Oh, you were encouraging people to follow you on Instagram.
Well, no, because
So you're welcome.
Hold on, because I did an Instagram live while I was walking the dogs last night at about 7:30. And Roxanne, how many texts have you had this morning?
5 asking about what is this email that you
know what?
alluded to.
That is good response. For you to get 5 people to text, and of course our text line is the same as the call-in line. Our text line and call-in line. You ever want to call the show? If we're talking about something and you've got something to add, you just fire up the phones. If you've got listen, what was it happens all the time. Fester, stop flicking the sweetener.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you flicking the sweetener?
Oh, I was making my cup of coffee. There you go. Sorry.
Jeez,
All right.
You're killing me.
All right, sorry.
What was the story? Oh, the balloons yesterday. Perfect example. We did a story on the show yesterday. This was like later in the show about the dangers of those Mylar celebratory balloons. You know, like happy graduation, happy birthday. You have the different numbers so you can make like a 2-5 for someone that's 25, make a 4-7 for someone that's 40. And those metallic Mylar balloons, if you let them go, they inevitably end up in power lines. And there are warnings from power companies all over the country. Knock it off with letting these balloons loose. They're hitting our power lines. They're hitting our transmission lines. They're knocking out power. They're taking out whole subdivisions.
Explosions.
Yeah.
Now, dude, why don't they come up with a new balloon
So
material?
transformers are blowing up. So we had a story about the power companies are warning people, don't let these metallic Mylar balloons go because they're hitting our power lines. So we told the story. And this woman calls us up at 800-990-1047. And again, we encourage you, whenever you have anything to add to the MJ Morning Show, you just call us. Or you text us, 800-990-1047. And this woman calls up. And what was the story?
That they had a birthday
party.
and the daughter wanted to suck the helium out of him
Right.
for like 3 or 4 days, and the father's like, enough of this.
No. And then the husband says, I'm just letting these things go. Opens the front door, lets the balloons out, hits the power pole in front of their house, and almost catches their whole house on fire. It explodes, catches their palm tree on fire, all because they let the Mylar balloon out their front door in order to punish the daughter, to like get her to quit nagging about letting her suck the helium out of the balloons.
Better off just letting the kids suck the helium.
All right, so you're getting text. Before I get back to the morons in the news, Roxanne, you're getting a series of texts this morning, and people are asking about my email.
What is MJ's email about? When is he going to talk about it?
Right.
And you said 7:30, right?
I said between 7:30 and 7:40. So that's coming up in 25 to 30 minutes. I've got an email that I got that is crazy. I got an email from a listener, and you're not going to believe this.
Can you give us a clue?
It has to do with something that we did recently. Oh, I don't want to give too much. Oh, you know what? Okay. Something we did on the program that involved a video that we shot. A video that we shot for the MJ Morning Show, which got a lot of attention. I have an email based on that, but you're not going to believe what happened. So 7:30 to 7:40 in the next 25, 30 minutes. Stand by. You got to hear this insane email. And people are referring to the fact that I was walking the dogs last night about 7:30, and I fired up my Instagram Live, and I shot a video while walking the dogs, and I just did a little teaser, a little promo on my Instagram Live. I'm like, hey, it's MJ here walking the dogs, and man, I've got an email that I got to read tomorrow morning. So that's what the texters are referring to. So keep listening. Somewhere between 7:30 and 7:40. This is insane. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Crazy email. Cray. Coming up on the MJ Morning Show. And again, would you like to see me walk the dogs or in the kitchen or who knows? Whatever I decide, on a whim, when I decide to do an Instagram Live, suddenly you're with me.
That's good not to have a schedule.
Hey, listen, did you see by the airplane?
I did. You said, there goes a 7:13.
No. I was on the airplane. I was actually on the airplane in flight, and I did an Instagram Live walking down the aisle to the restroom.
Oh, no. I'm talking
Great.
about last night while you were doing your Instagram Live. A plane flew overhead and you ID'd it.
Yeah, it was a 737. Pretty easy plane to ID. So follow me on Instagram. Follow me. My Instagram is Certified Todd Schnitt. So the word certified and then TODDSCHNITT. Certified Todd Schnitt. You can catch my Instagram Lives. Coming up, email. I was blown away by this. Absolutely. It takes a lot to like shock me or like, oh my God, really? Email coming up. Stand by. All right. Back to the early morons in the news. And my teaser was, if you're a disgruntled gambler, Fester, put yourself in this position.
Yes.
Or Froggy as well. Roxanne, not as much you. I just don't see you doing this.
I could gamble.
Are you?
No, I know you can gamble, but
You're not quite degenerate enough.
I don't see you doing this. And this is a double degenerate right here.
Just guessing.
So if you're disgruntled and things aren't going your way in the casino, what do you do? What do you do?
I mean, if you're disgruntled.
Yeah.
Just go call it a loss and go home and watch Nick at Night.
All right, this is out of Pennsylvania.
You flip the tables and you wait for the Indian police to come get you.
A man was recently cited for disorderly conduct at the Presque Isle Downs and Casino, PERSQUE. Is it Presque? It's in Pennsylvania. According to a press release from the Pennsylvania State Police, a 37-year-old male was ejected from the casino on May 10th after giving his ID to another person in an attempt to enter the casino. So maybe an underage individual was trying to share an ID so somebody could get in.
All right, so far he's not disgruntled because he's losing money. He's trying to sneak somebody into the casino.
But I'm just trying to, I could see you losing money and getting disgruntled. So after the man was ejected from the casino, The guy pulls down his pants and starts whizzing on the entrance of the casino.
The entrance? Right in the lobby, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
there was a light pole right at the front main entrance to the casino. He drops his drawers and stops and starts peeing all over the front of the casino.
see, that's the wrong place to do it if you want to make an impact because that's usually like a hard surface. I mean, they have tables of felt. If you want to make a mess,
Wait.
It's just
you can.
Wait, you think? Well, no, the guy was ejected from the casino.
Okay.
So he was ejected.
That's as
He
close
was
as you can
outside. He
get.
peed on the casino as opposed to peeing inside the casino.
That's it. I'm gonna pee on your because you're ejecting me. I'm gonna pee on your casino.
Ugh. I mean, if you were inside and you were a degenerate gambler, you get all those free drinks. You're loaded, ready to go.
And if he was inside and he was ejected, he could have just taken a chip. You know the casino, the little chips. You know the little chips. All right, that was a little bit of a stretch. But
That's okay.
All right,
Have you ever noticed
Yeah.
that nobody ever is like, say all of a sudden they have a new boat or a new car and their kids are going to private school. And
did
they're
you say
like,
a new boat?
A new boat, a new car, kids going to private school. Like, oh yeah, it's because I've been doing so well gambling. I have just been killing it gambling.
I'm sorry.
Nobody ever says that.
I was looking for that.
A new car!
I'm sorry, Rox. Go ahead.
There are plenty of people doing all kinds of things. I was watching like the Super Bowl of poker or something. These guys are winning millions and millions of dollars on these pots.
Well, yeah, but they're professionals. I'm
Right.
talking about your just garden
Your
variety
average run-of-the-mill?
degenerate. You hear about them losing their house or their family, but you don't hear about the success
Now,
stories.
I have a couple of friends who are degenerate gamblers. Let me tell you, it's highs and lows with these guys.
Yeah.
You want to mention any names? Fester's friend list of degenerate gamblers.
I don't, but
Now, how degenerate are they?
I mean, pretty degenerate.
Really?
I mean, to where they practically throw rose petals at Carl's feet when he walks into the. Oh, sorry, Carl. But yes.
I mean, there's a casino so close.
I mean, so close.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story? So Doug had one renter who was not paying.
By the way, Doug is Dig Doug,
Yes.
Roxanne's fiance of a decade. Go ahead.
And so he wasn't paying his rent
Right?
on time. And there was always a story. There was always an excuse. And I told Doug, I was like, look, it's always either.
Always a story, always a problem, always an excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did Doug go get the payment?
And did you?
He tried to.
Now,
Yes, he would have to go.
were you-
Sometimes I went with him.
Were you like counseling him to get rid of this person, evict them, get
Well,
him out?
I said 3 problems. It's either this guy had a family. I said it's either drugs,
Yep.
a woman,
Just snorting all kinds of crap up their
Right.
nose, can't afford to pay the rent.
exactly, or gambling.
Oh, well, hold on. You said a woman. What would a woman have to do with it?
Well, I mean, like
You mean like hookers?
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Yes.
Oh, sure. What-
Sorry, Doug, I can't make the payment. I got Trixie over here. I pay her.
all right.
She's
So
got to eat too.
you got 3 possibilities. And
Right. So I did some investigation, a really heavy duty investigation. I went to Facebook and I compared our friends, my friends, to this guy.
Yep.
And the one friend we had in common was a bookie.
oh, so
It's
you
gambling.
guys had a friend in common, and
Yes.
it was a bookie
Yes. Exactly. So that was like I was like, I think we found
taking the
what's going
bets,
on.
running the numbers.
The guy?
Yeah, no, the bookie
Yes.
was my friend.
Right. So
And-
the renter obviously then you assume that was in all kinds of gambling debt and
And-
couldn't afford to pay the rent.
Yes.
Oh,
And then we did some more investigation, and that was the case.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! It's Roxanne Wilder, private investigator.
Private dick.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bro. Yeah. Well, listen, if the radio thing doesn't work out, just
Yeah.
get into the
Being a
PI
detective.
business.
There you go.
All right, you got to see this. All right, let me just paint the picture. When you think of a festival, now all around the country, and even right here in Florida, we've got festivals. What are the different festivals that you can think of that they go to a park?
Oh, they're having the Cuban Sandwich Festival pretty
All
soon.
right, whatever.
The Tampa has the Flan
all right,
Festival.
all right,
The Tequila Fest.
whatever.
Balloon Fest.
Gotcha.
The Renaissance
yes,
Festival.
Yes,
Don't do
yes.
balloon
All right. So you've got festivals all over the place. And what is a common occurrence at these festivals? What can you usually get at these festivals?
Okay, you could get funnel cakes.
All right, there you go. All right, stop right there. Food.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
So with,
I was going to list all the
with,
food.
With all of the food that are available at these festivals, what is the food served out of?
Okay.
Yeah, this is like the $25,000 pyramid here.
Okay.
Oh,
all
those
right.
little red and white little cardboard things.
Are you talking about like when they held it, or what kind of like at a food truck?
Yes,
Yeah.
food truck.
Okay.
Yes, oh boy, yes, yes,
food
yes.
truck.
This is like Pictionary.
All right.
It's a food truck.
All right, it is my fantasy to be on a game show, and the subject is festivals and food. By the way, okay, I'm doing really good in this.
You've got to
category.
see this.
All right.
A food truck exploded at a seafood festival over in Vero Beach. You ought to see this truck. It blew the whole truck apart. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
All right, you got to bring this up. Fester, this is from Local 10, which is the Miami TV station, but it's an Associated Press story. Just type in food truck explodes.
Holy crap, look at this truck.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Now scroll down. Look at the truck. It
blew the walls off of it.
The whole. What if you're in line, like waiting for a lobster roll or something?
All right, hold on. Okay.
Or some fried clams or whatever the hell they were
right,
selling out of
good.
this truck.
By definition, I think this is a food trailer.
Oh my God.
It's like towed. I don't see an engine here, but look, it blew all the walls
Oh
apart.
my God.
The whole roof blew up intact.
Do you know what you get? You know when you get an exploded view of like a schematic? This is an exploded view right here. Every wall is blown off this, but it's a big food trailer then.
Yes. It's got to be a 25-foot food trailer.
Oh my
All
God.
the seafood is flambéed.
The whole. So I just thought
What happened?
I don't. Obviously, a gas explosion. Maybe a
Oh.
propane tank blew up.
So I see these food trucks and these
Oh, my
food trailers
God.
all over town, and on the back they usually have a couple of big propane tanks.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I'm surprised you don't hear about more of these exploding.
Yeah,
And
after
lo
a
and-
rear end.
Hey, Casey, do me a favor. You got to get this up on our website. Get the food truck explosion. Hey, it's the seafood festival. Hey, see the food truck explode at the seafood festival.
You can see
Seafood explosion.
You can see their food all over the park.
The food is strewn.
You're
It's
200
150 yards away. Look at that.
100 yards away, you get hit in the face with a shrimp.
Look
What the
at
hell's this?
Look at this thing, Froggy.
Would that be the best? Would that be the best?
Oh, you're
or
just
worst?
looking at the. We've been talking about this thing and laughing for 3 minutes, and you're finally just going to look at the picture, and finally I get the what?
Holy!
That's
That
what
thing got demolished.
That's what I'm saying.
I was trying to imagine in my head. I'm like, I gotta look at this.
That's why I'm talking about it, dude.
Could it have been a meth lab in addition to a food truck? Crabs
Ooh.
and meth?
You know what? Hey, again, Roxanne Wilder, private investigator,
All
right there.
It's a mahi lab, not a meth.
It was a meth lab / food truck.
Oh, some butter with some meth on my crab legs.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Anyway, we'll get the image up at mjmorningshow.com. What did you say?
Some buttered crab legs
With meth.
with meth on the
Oh,
side.
that's great.
You want to eat 100 of them?
It's the Walter White and Jesse Pinkman food truck at the Vero Beach Seafood Festival. Seafood, it's 150 yards away after the explosion.
Jeez, somebody got killed.
Oh, damn right.
Aside from the explosion, a great time was had by all. Okay, great. I want to go to this.
Yeah, the festival continued, and they secured the scene of the explosion. It said the cause of the explosion is still unknown. One person, well, wait a sec. One person, I forgot to mention this, that one person was flown to Orlando to a burn unit.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Which
What about the worker?
I'm guessing it was the worker
Yeah.
inside the food truck that was flown to the burn unit in Orlando. But the damn thing, it is a disaster. My God. All right, we'll get the image up. We'll get the story up in just a few minutes at mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. All right, when we get back, in minutes, ladies and gentlemen, what is coming up around 7:30 to 7:40, Roxanne? What's coming up right here?
The insane email.
The insane email that I got, and I teased on my Instagram Live last night, is coming up next here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, and a whole lot more, because we start the long, uninterrupted chunk of MJ next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. You want to sell a house? 7:31, rolling up on 7:32, and right now this begins the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show, including that email, which shocked me that I got yesterday. I will share the email momentarily.
Hey, but first, can I interrupt? My name is Hal Herbert. I got a question for everybody in the room. Sorry, I was just hanging out under the desk again.
Yeah, Froggy.
Are you guys ready for the Sunshine Showdown? I'm going to be hosting the event.
What?
That's the dumbest name ever.
Dude,
I think it's great.
all right, Froggy, knock it off.
All right, I'm going to go back under the table.
Froggy,
Yeah.
I said first thing this morning that we are not going to mention the Sunshine Showdown because of the Lightning and the Panthers and Game 1 down in Sunrise.
Don't you like the alliteration?
The what?
The alliteration?
The alliteration?
The alliteration.
Okay, does it count as alliteration when it's a s and a sh?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be better if somebody had, like the news reporter had a lisp and it was like the Shine Showdown.
Sunshine Showdown.
All right. Folks, you're not on crack this morning. You're not tripping.
You may want to be.
First thing this morning at 6 o'clock, when we open the show at 6 o'clock, and by the way, I encourage you to, if you have a radio at the house, turn on, if you're like listening to us in the car right now, do you know how much of the amazing program that you've missed if you're not listening at the house? Turn on a radio at the house. Or you can stream us. You can just go online and you can, on your phone app, you can listen to the morning show. Just stream us. Just search for Q105 and the MJ Morning Show. So if you're just catching us on the way to work in the car, you're missing a whole chunk of stuff from the beginning. So 6 a.m. this morning, we come out of the shoot, and I'm like, oh, man, this Sunshine Showdown. I want to know who the hell named the rivalry between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Sunshine Showdown. Well, I hate it.
It seems very counterintuitive because it feels like the sunshine would melt the ice, and then especially when the Lightning are playing, yes. it's a storm.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Very counterintuitive, Roxanne. Yes.
What's the one they have on the I-4? The Goron? What is it?
The what?
The war on I-4.
Oh, the war on I-4. The gore on I-4. Is that what
I was way off on that one?
I feel like the war on I-4
like
wasn't that.
Miami.
That was the Tampa Bay Storm. And
So
that was the NBA team that we lost back in '98.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Turds. Remember, we lost. We had an expansion team, and we only had them for a month.
What was the mascot that everybody was really excited about? The little Hershey squirt guy.
The poop emoji. Is that?
Those are some awesome brown jerseys, though.
We had the poop emoji before emojis were even invented.
There was I read a history of the Orlando Magic, and if Tampa would have done anything, they would have gotten the franchise.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. If we would have done anything, we would have had
Made a
the
phone
NBA.
call.
Now, hold on. Why are you puking like Hal Herman all of a sudden?
Because it sounds appropriate now to talk about a basketball team that's been around for 30 years.
Somebody's ripping me off in here.
Hey, let me tell you.
I got to get to this email. This is the email that I teased. I shot an Instagram.
Are we done with the Sunshine Show?
No, but we're not done with war on I-4 because it's actually UCF and USF.
Oh, is that it? That's
Yes.
the war on I-4?
Let's call this hockey tournament the Florida Fracas.
Ooh.
Yes.
The Florida fiasco.
Let's call it the hockey hoedown.
Oh, hey.
Hey, the hockey hoedown.
I love this.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, whoever thought of Sunshine Showdown should be shot.
All right, I hate it. I hate the term. All right, they're playing hockey tonight. It's round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, all right? It's round 2 of the playoffs, and we play the Panthers, and there's this, the rivalry. They hate each other, and this could be a tough round, right? This could be tough.
So the Panthers have the most wins in the regular season in the NHL, so they're pretty good.
All right, what's that? Casey got a phone call. Casey's dying to tell us about a phone call he got. So what's the story here? We were talking about the food truck explosion.
Yeah.
And a last segment.
Yeah.
Last segment, we were talking about this food truck explosion at a seafood festival over in Vero on the other side of the state. And by the way, the picture of the food truck explosion is insane. Can you imagine you're at a festival and one of the food trucks just explodes and the thing it's blown apart? It's unbelievable.
Imagine his wife. How are sales today? We blew up, baby. That good? You guys blew up? No. Literally.
Literally blew up. The food truck has a total loss.
It's gone, baby.
And, hold on. It's not funny because the guy's talking to his wife from the burn unit in
I forgot about
Orlando.
that.
I mean, come on. It's terrible.
Someone texted me that it was a kid who got hurt.
Oh, but really?
Thanks, Roxanne, for really making me feel bad.
Womp, womp.
You want to talk about counterintuitive, right?
Debbie Downer over here.
That?
Womp, womp. It's terrible. I would have thought I thought it would be someone in the food truck that got hurt.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so before I get to this email that I teased, Casey, you got a phone call while we were talking about the food truck explosion. What did this guy want?
So Jose, he has a new Venezuelan food truck or restaurant, whatever you want to call it, that he has started up. And he gave me his number, and he said he would like to come in, maybe between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour this week sometime and let us sample some of his food.
So he wants to drive his Venezuelan food truck.
Can we blow up his
he's
truck?
listening right now. So shout out to Jose, man. Do your thing.
All right, so Jose, the Venezuelan food truck guy, wants to drive to our parking lot and fire up the truck.
And he wants us to sample and, maybe mention a little bit. So very confident.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. You know what? That might be interesting.
What exactly is Venezuelan cuisine?
I don't know,
I
but
don't know.
it sounds good to me. I love...
So no explosion?
What's that Peruvian restaurant that I love?
Oh, Terrasur. We love that.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while, but that Peruvian place, Terrasur, up in...
Terrasur Cafe.
What is that, like Carrollwood?
It's Carrollwood. It's like off Hutchinson, I think.
Yeah, that place is
Ferris.
good. Yeah, I like Peruvian food. Listen, I like all kinds of food. And if there's a high-quality sushi truck with you're getting your fish right from Tokyo, you stop on by.
Yeah, there was at this food festival, and it blew up.
That was the seafood truck.
The rice cooker just exploded.
And all right, maybe we'll call the Venezuelan food truck guy. All right, the email. Guys, you're not going to believe this. It is 7:38. And listen, I said I would do it between 7:30 and 7:40. I'm at 7:38. Somebody pat me on the back. Praise me.
You want a cookie?
I'm somewhat on time. I got an email yesterday that I teased last night on my Instagram. So as I was walking the dogs, I just fired up my Instagram live. And, well, you never know. I'll go live from my kitchen while I'm cooking with Michelle. Michelle makes biscuits. I might go live. Who knows? I could be in New York. I'll go live, which I will be this coming weekend. I was on an airplane recently, and I literally was on the Wi-Fi of the airplane. I Instagram live from 37,000 feet.
It's illegal.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think you're supposed to do it, but I don't know who's going to come after me.
Ban them.
Yeah. Anyway, so check out my Instagram and give me a follow, folks. I'm almost like I think I'm at 8,000 or almost at 8,000, and I'm trying to get up to like 190,000.
Oh my! At this pace?
By the end of the day. Yeah, by this pace. Yeah. Well, listen, I just got serious about my Instagram in the last year and a half.
So we've heard.
So give me a follow on my Instagram. It's Certified Todd Schnitt. That's the word certified, then my real name, Todd Schnitt. Certified Todd Schnitt. Also, give our MJ Morning Show Instagram a follow. It's just MJ Morning Show on Instagram. So I get this email, and I teased this last night when I was walking the dog. This could be one of the craziest emails I've gotten in a long time. I gave you a hint earlier that it has something to do with a video that we shot for the morning show. Fester, does anything immediately come to mind?
If we're going off of more recent videos, it would have to be Shorty Shane in the dryer?
That would be correct.
Okay.
I have an email involving that particular video. I'm sorry. The headline or the subject line is what caught my attention here. The subject line was ladder accident and Shorty Shane.
Holy
what?
Cow, okay.
Ladder accident and Shorty Shane. I hope Shorty... I meant to tell Shorty Shane to listen this morning. Hopefully Shorty Shane's listening. If not, he'll catch the MJTV replay or the podcast. So I get this email, and the subject line is ladder accident and Shorty Shane. It reads, "Hi, MJ. I love listening to your morning show. I was totally sucked in by the Fester and Shorty Shane laundromat dryer stunt. I heard the entire situation go south and the story about the police being called after Shorty Shane was falsely imprisoned, and they were also issued a trespass warning.
Okay, nothing shocking so far about this email.
I was looking forward to a second attempt at the dryer stunt when, unfortunately, I fell off a ladder at my house while cleaning the gutters and struck my head.
Anything shocking now, Roxanne?
Yes.
Okay.
I was knocked unconscious with a serious head injury, and I was hospitalized. I was placed in a medically induced coma for several weeks.
No, come on.
When I emerged from the coma, the first thing I asked the nurses and my family was what happened with the MJ Morning Show and the Dwarf and the Dryer stunt. No crap! Exclamation point. I know you're going to ask me to come on the show and tell the story, but I need some time as I'm still recovering and my speech is a bit wonky. I'm undergoing physical and speech therapy, and the expectation is I'll return to 100% normal.
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing, and it's great to be back on this side. And it's signed Pete.
God bless Pete.
Oh my God. Listen. I have Pete's email address.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I've got Pete's phone number.
We got to call Pete. We got to talk to Pete.
Pete is. I called Pete last night. His phone number. I'm like, come on, is this real? Is this email real?
Oh my God! You remember the riddle we used to say? Pete and repeat were on a ladder. Pete fell off. Who's left?
What?
Remember that?
I never said that.
I never heard
All
that.
right, answer the question. Pete and repeat are on a ladder. Pete fell off. Who's left?
Dude, I got a guy that was in medically...
Pete on a ladder. Pete fell off.
Froggy.
Who's left?
One's fatter?
Repeat.
Pete and repeat.
All right, Froggy, stop.
It's hysterical.
Dude, I've got a guy that was in a medically induced coma with a head injury, probably fluid on... Yes, it's hysterical. Probably fluid on the brain. The guy comes out of the coma, and I guess he's surrounded by like a nurse. His family's there. They're bringing him out of the coma for, I guess, his brain swelling. The first thing he asks is, what's the latest on the Fester and Shorty Shane and the laundromat dryer stunt?
All right, so big questions. Has Pete been brought up to speed? Has he seen the video?
Yes.
Can we take him? Can Shorty Shane and I maybe take him to lunch or bring him some? Bring him like a feeding tube or something?
I called Pete's number. Listen, he said he didn't want to go on the air, but I'm like, come on, is this real? Come on, I'm going to dial up this cell number and it's going to go, beep. We're sorry. The number. So I call up. Pete doesn't answer.
Oh.
Pete's wife answers.
Ooh.
Because Pete's not talking too much right now. But and I listen, I had a great conversation with Elizabeth, Pete's wife, who's nursing him after he's come home from the head injury. And they watched the video online. So, yes, they're fully up to speed because we did do after the whole laundromat disaster with the first laundromat on 4th Street and the police being called and the manager detaining and holding Shorty Shane hostage, which was a felony.
Oh.
That was felony. What's the terminology on that?
Entrapment.
No, it was false imprisonment.
False imprisonment. Yeah, the manager falsely imprisoned Shorty Shane. Anyway, I spoke to Elizabeth. They watched the video. So Pete was fully up to speed on the video. So they know that it occurred and that you reshot the video at a much friendlier laundromat up in Dunedin, was it?
It was Palm Harbor.
Palm Harbor, I'm sorry.
Palm Harbor Laundromat.
Exactly.
On US 19.
Yep. They let us put Shorty Shane in the dryer. And they were having a conniption fit. They blew a gasket down here on 4th Street. That was convenient. Oh, I got an idea for that place. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hang on. You're going to love this.
Okay,
hang on. Right. I got a great idea. Because Ted calls me yesterday. And Ted, our program director, calls me up and says, MJ. I said, hey, Ted. And he says, well. And he has a promotional idea because of the Lightning. So we're gonna have some Lightning playoff tickets, right? So hold on. I'll get to that in a second. So back over to Elizabeth. I spoke to Elizabeth for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Pete is doing well. They do expect Pete to make a full recovery, but he took a whack on the head. And the first thing, this guy comes out of the coma, the first thing he's asking is the MJ Morning Show and the Shorty Shane Fester dryer incident. And did we ever do the redo?
All right, so far.
Was that the only thing, when he was in a coma, was that the only thing he was thinking about while he was in a coma?
MJ, did his wife sound hot?
Oh, are you going to be a Jody over there? You're going to try to move. You're going to try to move in on Pete's wife while he's in a coma?
First of all, Pete's not in the military, is he?
It's called a Cody when you try to move into somebody who has a concussion. It's a Cody.
Guys, is that a crazy email or what?
All right, so far Pete is like the best listener we've ever had.
This is phenomenal.
Even with a brain injury, he still wants to know.
So the first thing when he comes out of the coma, he's asking about the MJ Morning Show on our dryer stuff.
Did Elizabeth play the show on repeat by the bedside?
No. Did they play like? I have no idea what this. I don't know what the stimulus is.
Because let me tell you, the one show I don't want on repeat if I'm in a coma
is Us.
Oh no, this is the one I do.
Okay. What show do you not want on repeat?
Chad and Christy.
Oh, the Chad and Christy show.
Oh,
I got you.
They're number one. They're number one for coma victims.
They put more people.
It's like resuscitation.
We stop it from.
It was actually the CCC show, and it was Chad Christy Coma show.
All right. So,
Coma was their producer.
Bless your heart, Pete and Elizabeth. It was great talking last night, and I'm gonna keep in touch with Pete, and we'll have Pete as soon as Pete can come on the show. Yes.
We could take him to Pete and Shorty's for lunch.
Oh, look at that.
Take him to Petey.
Oh, Shorty Shane's. Pete and Shorty Shane's.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh my God.
That's meant to be.
Little sliders and everything.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's funny.
Oh my, that's hysterical. All right, so there it is. I just thought that email was unfreaking believable.
Where does he live? What part of town does he live in?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that I don't know.
All right.
I didn't ask.
Bring him some pudding and oatmeal.
Oh my God! And listen, I'm glad that he's going to make a full recovery.
Yeah.
Listen, we know someone else had a ladder accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you and I, Fester, we know somebody that had a ladder accident. It's a tough road to recovery. Yeah. That's why I hire Pat the gutter rat to do my gutters. That's why.
Yeah, it's not worth climbing up on your roof.
That's why for me it's Pat the gutter rat. I'm not falling off a ladder.
So we had birds in our yard, right?
Yep.
And we had some stale tortillas.
Yep.
And I told my kids, let's go feed the birds these
By the way,
tortillas.
that's a real deal. There really is a Pat the gutter rat.
Yeah, right. And I'm throwing the tortillas like a frisbee, and a couple of tortillas landed on the roof, and so I have these old crusty tortillas on my roof. My wife's like, "You got to get on a ladder and get your ass up there."
The last thing we need to see is Fester on a ladder climbing on the roof. You're going to end up like Pete in a coma.
Are you trying to kill me?
It'd be like that old QVC clip. Remember that old one where the guy just...
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He smacks his head.
It was like was it home shopping?
This ladder is really great, really stable.
Hold on. Oh, what was it? Hey, Fester, bring that up. Do you have it?
It was like one of the first viral videos.
Was it home? Was it
QVC.
home shop? It was QVC. Oh my God!
You found that so fast.
This thing.
It is the telesteps.
Roxanne, have you seen this?
No.
Man falls off ladder at QVC. This was live on QVC. They're trying to sell.
Roxanne, watch this.
They're trying to sell the Telesteps 12.5-foot aluminum telescoping ladder, and I don't know if this was good for sales, but here, you got it.
Only have a limited number that we can ship out right now
What's this?
because it is very, very popular. We're going to go to the phones. Hi, you're on there with Lisa. And Kevin, what's your name?
Hi, Lisa.
That's Renee from California. Hey, Renee. Chris is over there kind of giving us a look at how to use the ladder there. I got to tell you something.
Chris is about to end up in the hospital.
Awesome. Oh, now what everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings. Okay, we're going to make sure that Chris is okay. That has never happened.
Oh my God!
His head?
It's a very slippery floor up there in front of our doors sometimes. So
No, it wasn't the floor. It was your damn ladder.
That's probably what happened to Pete.
Everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with
Pete's up on the
ceiling.
Oh my God!
That's his head.
Okay, we're gonna make.
Oh my God!
What was the guy's name?
Here's Chris. I roll
there. I got to tell you something. I have this ladder. It is awesome.
Oh, now what
everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings. Okay, we're gonna make sure that Chris is okay.
Okay, it's Chris.
And that has never happened. Well, you know, it's a very slippery floor up there in front of our doors sometimes. So
he fell off the top of the ladder. What do you mean it's a slippery floor? By the way, look at the sales counter. It's going backwards now.
They're canceling.
You know, they have the 2,000 units, 2,200, 26.
I like how the woman goes, that's never happened to me.
You know, I got to say, I've always thought that home shopping presenters and QVC presenters are amongst the most talented broadcasters in the world. They just roll with anything.
Can you imagine
if
it was like a fake stairway they had and a window? Can you imagine if the guy got impaled on the newel post.
He almost did that.
Oh, my God. That's insane. All right. Hey, speaking of insane, I said that I wanted to do it earlier, and I am. I'm doing it earlier. Remember toward the end of the show, we played that Lyft driver audio?
Yeah, that's gone. I've seen that, and I saw it here first, and then I saw it 50 places yesterday.
Yeah, so we did it early. We did it on the show yesterday. We did it a little later in the show, and I brought this up yesterday. I'm like, hey, guys, remind me. I want to do that Lyft story
for the early crowd.
For the early crowd. Now, listen, it's 7:52 right now here on the MJ Morning Show. So, listen, it's still earlier than at like 9:45 when I think we did it yesterday, whenever we did it. Man, this is crazy. This Lyft driver in Pennsylvania orders a couple out of the car. This is all caught on the Lyft driver's dash cam because a lot of these drivers, they roll video, and they let you know they roll video. Some of the drivers, they have video aimed at the road. Some of these drivers have video aimed back at the passengers. And this Pennsylvania Lyft driver picks up a woman and a man, and she starts unloading these like racist comments. Now, the Lyft driver's a white guy, and, well, she brings that up. All right, this is crazy. And the Lyft driver throws them out of the car. Then they become belligerent and ornery, and they start cursing. Listen to this.
Hello. For Jackie, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you're like a white guy.
So, you're Jackie, right? And then she right away says, oh, you're like a white guy. Do you hear that?
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Hello. For Jackie, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you're like a white guy.
What's that? Excuse me?
So, she says, oh, you're like a white guy. And then the driver says, what was that? Excuse me?
You're like a normal guy. Like you speak English.
You're like a normal guy. You speak English.
Is she drunk?
What, you have to be white in order to
Probably.
speak English?
She's probably drunk.
Oh, my God. All right, listen to this.
Sorry.
No, you can get out of the car. I'm going to
What?
cancel a ride. That's inappropriate.
You can get out of the car. That's inappropriate. Throwing him out of the car.
Just come.
Which, listen, if I were a driver, I mean, I might do that as well. I mean, that was a racist comment. And obviously, it totally... By the way, to me, the Uber driver looks a little like a combination between, like, Pauly Shore and Keanu Reeves. Can you imagine that combination?
Yes.
Doesn't he look like a combo?
Wow.
I could see a little very unsuccessful Keanu Reeves.
Right, exactly. Like Keanu Reeves' ugly brother. Yeah, or uglier brother.
My brother's Keanu Reeves, and I drive Lyft.
Inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in the seat, what would be the difference?
If somebody was not white sitting in the Lyft driver's seat, he's saying, what would be the difference?
Are you serious?
She said, wow, you're a white guy. That's okay. I'm not going to take the ride. You guys can get out.
So I'm not going to take the ride. You guys can get out. And it sounds like he was repeating things for the camera. It sounded like he was like trying to justify it, and he was saying, she said, wow, he's a white guy.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. Completely inappropriate. It's all on camera, man.
All right, so then
Jeez.
he says completely inappropriate. Then the male starts cursing at the Lyft driver.
Camera. You're going to throw
All right, then the guy says, I'm going to punch you in the face. The male passenger with the female now says, I'm going to punch you in the face.
assault.
Wow.
Because you guys are racist. Yeah.
What?
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man. Go ahead. It's all on camera. It's all on camera. Do you guys own the place? Is it your place? That's great. Everyone's going to know.
Whoa.
Like, Rox, you're like shocked and what? mean,
I didn't realize all the bad. I missed that part.
Hold on, we played it on the air, yes, like 5 times.
All right, hold on. So,
All right,
No.
hold on, Roxanne,
No.
do you drift off during the show?
she's
Yeah,
right.
I do multitask.
right.
Number one, yes,
Okay,
I do.
all right.
But secondly, Fester, go ahead and speak for me.
all
Thank you.
we
You're really
hear-
good at that.
Well, all we hear is the bleeps, MJ. Go ahead, Eric. Now you go, Rock.
Yeah, I didn't hear the bleeped part yesterday.
Well, we
That's-
played it.
I'm sure you did.
Hold on. What Roxanne?
All right.
What Roxanne's right. All we heard was beeps. The words that they were covering up were more than just regular curse words. He got very racial with the guy.
Right, yes.
Now I'm seeing them
Oh,
spelled out on the screen,
All right, so-
and I'm realizing
gotcha.
how awful
All
it
right,
was.
I got you. Got you loud and clear. Because Fester's watching a video replay, and it has the subtitles of the words that were bleeped out.
But is this guy?
The driver's name is James Bodie, And he put the video up on his Facebook page on Friday. And, we played it. We played this on the show yesterday, but it was late in the show. And I wanted to just expose the earlier listeners to this because this is insane. This is crazy.
Being one of those drivers, you really put yourself literally in the lion's den in some of these situations.
All right, being one of those drivers, you see everything. You see like the best and the worst of humanity. Man, that is crazy. Oh, speaking of the best and worst of humanity, we got to get into Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in just a few moments here on the MJ Morning Show. First, though, speaking of the best and worst of humanity as well, that's going to be the whole theme of the rest of the show here today. Did you guys hear what happened to Coop's replacement? Casey, our new, at least temporary producer here on the MJ Morning Show?
You got punched in the throat and his voice got deeper?
No. He had a crushed trachea and voice box. No.
No, I talk like this all the time.
No, he doesn't
hey,
talk.
MJ, what clips do you need?
Hey, I'm Fester. I talk like this all the time.
I'm fat. Listen. Casey, two things. One, I'll punch you in the jump.
Fester's a 332. Hold on. Fester's a 330-pound fat guy. And how does he sound, Casey?
Hey, I'm Fester, and I'm fat. I eat donuts.
Your face. All right, Casey, I'll tell you right now, I don't sound anything like that.
I wear Tampa Bay sports team's hat, but I'm not a true fan.
Listen, all right, first of all, Casey actually got a couple of compliment texts yesterday from fans from our St. Louis station who still listen to us.
Right.
And he said he was a big Rams fan, so we were giving him crap, and he got a little praise yesterday.
All right, so let me move on to Casey's story.
Go ahead, Casey.
Casey, you were out shopping yesterday, and what store were you shopping in?
Dollar General.
You were at a Dollar General store, and listen to what happened to Casey.
Okay,
now,
so
let's put the story together.
Fester loves Dollar General too, so you guys can at least bond on that.
No, Fester loves Dollar Tree.
Whoa.
I hate Casey more now.
Roxanne, you got to get your dollar store straight. You got Dollar General.
How are they
you
different?
got Dollar Tree. You got Family Dollar. You got $50 to make you holler. All right, you got that's a good dollar. $50 to make you holler.
Yes, you push around a cart when you reach $50.
I was thinking about hookers.
I know.
All right. So here's the deal. So you're at the Dollar.
Yes. Dollar General.
You're at Dollar General.
I'm at Dollar General in West Hillsboro, just to the west of Dale Mabry.
All right, hold on a sec. Let me. Dollar General.
So you get off Dale Mabry and head west on West Hillsboro towards Town and Country.
Why don't you give the zip code too? You're at Dollar General.
So there's like a Guitar Center right there. There's a little, okay. Just making sure you know the area. Okay, so and also I want to see if maybe the person that left the cat is listening because they need to hear this. I mean, this is just pitiful. So I come out of the Dollar General and I see a basket sitting by the pillar in front of the Dollar General.
It's like a Moses basket from from the movie,
but not even that nice. I mean, this is pitiful. I mean, it's just a little, raggedy basket, and it's got a.
Was it a plastic basket? Was it a wicker basket?
Like a fake-looking wicker basket. It wasn't even nice, and
so
it has
the basket was on the ground front of the Dollar General.
In front of the Dollar General, next to the pillar and a trash can.
Did they purchase the basket from the Dollar General?
It didn't look like it. It was an old raggedy basket.
Wait till you hear this. So inside the basket, you already gave away a little bit of a clue. Inside the basket was?
Inside the basket is a little kitten with its eyes swollen shut and just gunk all in its eyes.
Oh, that's like conjunctivitis.
No water, nothing.
It's like little kitty pink eyes. Yeah.
Just sitting there. I mean, meowing. It can't even see. It's just wandering around and I look around and I'm just in disbelief. I'm an animal lover, and I mean, I can't believe this because, I mean, I've lived in Tampa Bay now for 10 months, and this is my first occurrence seeing something like that.
Somebody abandons a little. How old would you say this kitten is?
No more than 3 weeks, 4 weeks old.
This is a new
tiny
kitten.
Yeah.
It's abandoned in a basket at the front entrance of the Dollar General.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I look around and there's nobody in sight. But what's interesting is I'm not going to blame anybody, but what is very interesting is I walk back into the Dollar General. I asked the people that are working because they had to have seen it. It's the register is right by the entrance.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to have seen it out the door if they walked out, to take a smoke break or hold the door. And I asked the people that are working, and there's 2 or 3 people, and I say, do you all know who left this here? Have you all seen this?
Now,
and
did you bring the basket?
Surprised.
Did you bring the basket in, or you left?
First, I just left it there first because I just wanted to make sure I could, maybe find the culprit right off the bat. And when I asked him, I pointed to it and I was like, who did this? Like, did one of you all leave this here? Did you all see who did this? And they just all acted clueless. And the funny thing is I mentioned this to you earlier, the funny thing is one particular employee looks at me, and the employee looks at me kind of like with a grin on their face, kind of like with a sarcastic grin, and she says, "You like it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a kitten. Of course I like it. I mean, I'm just concerned for the cat because somebody left it out here." And I was like, "Did you leave this out here?" And no, it just was silent. Nobody answered me.
All right, so you think that the employee asking you, "Oh, do you like it?" and you detected a grin.
Yeah.
So you're trying to put the story together, and is it your assumption that maybe it was one of the employee or that employee?
But then again, this is a very populated urban area.
Right.
It could have just been somebody that, dropped it and dashed away. I don't know.
But it sounds like an odd response. Do you like it? Hey, do you like it? You want to take it? You want to like it?
That's what I was trying to put together. So,
all right, so we don't know if it was an employee's kitty, but it was a little awkward, the exchange you had.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so now you have this 3-week-old kitten. The eyes are like glued shut with all kinds of eye gunk.
Yeah.
What do you do from here, Casey?
Ugh. So what I do first is I just express my concern to these people because, I mean, I'm an animal lover. I've had every animal you can think of. My mom lives on a farm.
Have you had a giraffe?
I have not.
All right,
but
well,
I'm
look.
going to get
You haven't had every animal imaginable. All right?
Every domesticated animal, okay?
Okay.
All
Have
right,
you had a gecko?
Yes, I have actually.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Built platypus?
How many gerbils?
Have you had
too many, bro. They bred, and there was like 10 of them, man. I'm never getting those again. All right, so back to
Have
the
you had a
kitten.
stingray?
I haven't. Those can't be kids as pets. Come on, Steve Irwin died because of one of those.
Damn right he did.
All right.
Rest in peace.
All right,
Yeah,
so you
of
go
course.
back out, you look, what do you ultimately do with the cat?
Exactly. Well,
So-
I know the end of the story, and go ahead.
I look down at it, first of all, and I just look at these people in the eyes, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, first of all, how did you not see this? You've been here working all day. Like, how pitiful of human beings
It was
can
like
be?
86 degrees outside. It was
so hot, and the
86,
cat had
87.
No water.
No water?
Yeah, no water. And I'm disgusted, honestly.
What
and
did you do to the cat?
He's
I
telling a
pick up the
story.
basket.
That's your
I
damn.
pick up the basket, and I immediately walk to my car, and I search for the nearest humane society.
So you get on your phone, you hit the Googles,
Yeah.
and you search for a local humane society.
Yes. There's one 10 minutes away.
Was it the DeBartolo Humane Society
It was
over
the
on
one-
Armenia? Or
yeah, on Armenia. Yes, that one. Yes.
Isn't that the DeBartolo building?
Yes,
right?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I take it there, and this is where it gets kind of awkward for me because I'm walking into the Humane Society with a basket, and that makes me look like I'm the guy that wants to drop it off. So that's kind of where it got weird on my part. And I tried to explain to these people at the Humane Society, look, I found this in front of a store. It was by no means me. I'm just trying to get this cat some help. I got another job I have to go to, though, so I just need to drop this off, and I just need to know that you all can help it. So what I did is I dropped it off. They made me wait for a little bit, and I'm like, look, I got to get to my second job, man, so I got to get out of here. So he's like, all right, we'll take it to the back. We'll take care of it. Thanks for stopping by.
And
So,
there you go. And
taken care of.
now the
Yes.
kitten is going to...
Gonna find a good home now.
Well, the kitten's going to be treated medically. They'll
Right,
get
right.
the gook and the conjunctivitis out of its eyes. And
Right.
But that is, do we need to open up like an investigation over at the Dollar General?
I would be interested to know if anybody else saw this same basket yesterday.
How
and
long
just
was the
walked
cat
by.
outside in
That's what I'm saying.
87-degree weather?
Come on, man. That's pitiful. Like,
With no water.
pitiful human being. So if you're listening,
No
right
tender
now,
vittles.
you are a pitiful human being.
And
if you left that cat out there.
don't they have like cat food on the shelf at Dollar General?
Right. I mean, the least the employees could have done was gotten it some water. Maybe give it a little food. I mean, just
Tell you what, that's let me tell you right now, that is one of my biggest fears, that when I get old and if I run out of money and I'm like 90 years old, then I got to go to Dollar General and I'm eating cat food off the shelf at Dollar General. That's like one of my biggest
I
fears.
thought you were going to say
Casey,
you're
it's
going to be left.
entirely
Hold on, what Froggy?
I thought you were going to say you were afraid when you're old you're going to be left in a basket in front of a Dollar General
That's the other thing.
with eye conjunctivitis.
Julian's going to be like,
Casey's-
help me get Dad to the Dollar General.
This is a crazy story. I see the phones are ringing. Folks, if you want to weigh in on this, if any of our listeners have any thoughts, 800-990-1047. Yeah, look at the phones here. Phones are lighting up. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you want to phone in any thoughts, comments, if you saw the cat yesterday, maybe you saw the cat at Dollar General and it was there hours earlier. Yeah, Rox.
Casey is really doing a good job of now endearing himself to our listeners with that
I know.
Save the Cat story.
And that's another thing I want to point out is, look, Look what Casey. Is he trying to like solidify his position? Is this a real story? To make it up? Is this potentially a made up story just to get the job full time?
I know for a fact. I know for a fact. Coop did not like cats, so I just want to put that out.
All right, and you're getting a ton of texts on this.
Yes,
he's a hero. Really, you went above and beyond, Casey. Good job.
Yeah, great job, Casey.
What, he saved the kitten?
Hold on, why are you being all sarcastic over there?
Well, because now that we can get a word in edgewise on the story.
Yeah, Casey.
It's possible nobody at Dollar General knew, Casey. He walks in, how do you all not see this cat? They were working, okay? It's possible they don't know.
He said the window is right by it.
Yeah, okay.
Let me grab phones on this. Let me grab...
Howie?
Well, listen, we got a bunch of calls rolling. If you want to weigh in, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. But listen, I have no reason to doubt this story. I think he's telling the truth, absolutely. And I think, Casey, you did a wonderful thing. For you to take time out of your day to pick up the cat.
And it's one of those things where, like I said, I had to get to my second job. I had a million things to do, but there's got to be some more humanity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what would anybody do if they saw a living thing? That's just... It's ridiculous, man. And I mean, my mom raised me to love all animals. And I mean, I think everybody else should too. Like, animal cruelty is one of those things that's no tolerance.
Absolutely. Let me go to phones. You're 100% right. Zero tolerance. Kim is in Tampa. Hey, Kim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing?
We are doing well. Thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show. What do you got?
Well, my son and I volunteer at rescues all the time, and so we've also picked up strays or animals in distress and taken them to the Humane Society or other rescues. And I just want to let you know that it is not uncommon for you to have to sign a surrender form, even though you found the animal.
Right.
It's just an intake form. It's not a judgmental thing. It's just they need all the information they can get on that animal, where it was found, anything, in case the owner does come forward. They have some information.
Now, Casey, what information? Hang on a sec, Kim. Casey, what information did you give?
Did I give the Humane Society?
Yeah.
So I literally just walked up, gave them the basket, told them my situation. They had me fill out a little slip with my input, and it asked for like name, gender, and everything. And I just put question marks because I didn't know. And
you mean the animal?
Yeah, the animal. So I didn't know.
They didn't ask your gender.
They asked
you
for my
didn't check
phone
the little.
number.
You didn't check the little kitty crotch. You didn't check the kitty crotch to see if it was a boy or a girl.
Right. I'm afraid not. I didn't get too handsy with it. Seeing as it was a maybe a diseased cat, but nonetheless, filled out a little form, and that might have been what she was talking about. Like I said, I was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't really know.
Listen, I think you did a wonderful thing. I think it was a very humane thing you did, and listen, you were so humane, you took it to the Humane Society. Kim, anything else?
Nope. I just want to say thank you for being a wonderful human being.
Yep.
We don't have enough of those in this world anymore. Most people are just crap human beings.
Oh, my goodness.
Agreed.
What? Listen, she's not wrong. There are a lot of bad people out there, and here we've got Casey that finds this abandoned.
Not much. I heard y'all talking about the cat.
Yep.
Casey, that was a wonderful job you did, sir. I'm proud of you. And if I had found the cat, I would take care of it, get cotton balls with water, kind of wring it out, and wash the goop out of his eyes, get cotton ball with a little alcohol and clean his ears and wash them and brush them. And feed them and love the cat.
Howie, you seem
That's
like
how you do it.
Quite the cat caretaker.
It's almost like you're reading right out of the kitty abandoned manual. It's it's
very good.
Absolutely, Howie. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you checking in.
Howie actually made himself a
suspect.
suspect.
I just want to say one more thing.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
I used to work at veterinarian for Dr. Shaw and Simon.
Mm-hmm.
In Carrollwood, and I took care of the animals, clean their cage, clean their bowls, food and water.
Very cool.
I think it sounds like you're an animal lover as well. Howie, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you checking it. Look at the phones on this. Man, it's the hero lines. It's the Casey, the temporary producer hero lines.
You would think if somebody saw that, they would think it's a bomb or something. They would go check it out and be like,
well, you think a kitty
is loving Casey.
All right. Do you not know how to impersonate a cat?
there's one in my neighborhood that does that.
I'm sure there is, Froggy.
That's not catching
Hey,
heat.
Gene is in St. Pete. Hi, Gene. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, Gene.
Morning. How are you? I'm
We're-
so happy you're back. Oh, yippee, yippee.
Thank you, Gene. Hey, spread the word that we're back, okay?
You know, but I haven't seen any billboards, and I drive all over. I'm on 19 and everything, and I haven't seen any, but I know you're here, and I do.
You haven't seen an MJ Morning Show billboard yet?
No.
There's one on US 19
That's hard
across
to
from the
believe.
Lucky Dill in Palm Harbor. I
Yeah,
saw it over the weekend.
I took a picture of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in St. Pete. Is there one? Maybe there's not one on South 19. I don't know.
know.
All right, so anyway, you're up. What's up?
Well, first of all, I do a dog rescue. I'm just one of the moms, and it's amazing how many people drop their cat off at my house, which they cannot come in because I do a dog rescue and have 4 dogs of my own. People move and will not take their animals with you. I understand it. Maybe you're moving to an apartment. I don't care what it is. But why would you leave your animal to try to make it on its own? Bring it to whether the pound or the SPCA or to a rescue.
Yeah, well, we need to find out if it was one of the Dollar General employees, which, listen, we don't know if it was. It's just Casey, our producers. It's his intuition. It's his speculation that it might have been, but we don't know for sure. Hey, Gene, thank you for all of the work you do with animals. I appreciate that, okay?
Well, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, too. Jessica, a couple more, and we got to move on here. Jessica's in Largo. Hey, Jessica, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hey, good morning. I am an animal lover, but when it comes to cats, I am highly allergic. But what he did was a very good thing.
It was. It was heroic. It was humane. It shows a care and a love for our furry friends. And Jessica, thank you for checking in. JR is in Tampa. Hello, JR. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, JR.
Yes, sir.
Don't you have a country music morning show to do? All right, go ahead.
No, I don't.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I was just talking about the cat. My girlfriend was at that store yesterday, and she found a little black kitten with little white paws that she brought home.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, my God.
is
what?
an operation.
Oh, my God. What is the Dollar General on Hillsborough a kitty dumping area?
All right, I don't know if the Dollar General's involved in this. It's just a location.
Whoa, wait a
just the
sec.
same exact spot?
Your girlfriend found a little kitty there. At what time was it? What time yesterday?
I believe it was like around between 5:30 and 6:30, somewhere around in there.
That was like 2 or 3 hours after me, but I mean, same time frame.
It sounds like they
generally.
got a whole bunch of kitties in the back. They're just leaving them on the front of the Dollar General.
Like, oh my gosh, somebody took it. Put another one.
Oh my God.
She said she was looking to see if there was more, but she didn't see anything.
Oh, hang on a second. All right, so hold on. What time were you at the Dollar General when you found it, Casey?
Between 2 and 3.
All right, and then your girlfriend found another kitty after Casey left with the little kitty he found and took it to the Humane Society. Then 2 or 3 hours later, your girlfriend finds a kitty at the same exact Dollar General.
Yes, sir.
It's a second shift. Cat.
Was it right outside again in the front?
She said it was right by the front of the store.
Was it in a basket or a box?
No, it was by itself, sitting by itself.
Did it have conjunctivitis?
All by itself.
Yes, there is something wrong with the eye. I haven't been able to take it to the vet, but I'll be taking it to the vet on Thursday.
So you guys have the kitty?
Yes.
Now, did the little kitty, does it appear to be malnourished?
No, it was fat. It was healthy, other than the little eye problem that it has.
How old did he say it was?
Hey, Fester, you go on to Google. Get the phone number for this Dollar General. Find this. We need to call this Dollar General right now.
Is there a cat on your front step right now?
We need to find out what's going on with the cat dumping. You tell them this is a special MJ Morning Show I-Team investigation.
Yeah, this could be
this is
really bad.
This is an F-Team. It's a Fester investigation.
Oh, great.
It's the F-up team.
Roxanne, what is that?
It's a festing.
Investigation. It's an investigation. It's an investigation. A special MJ Morning Show.
I mean, hey, I would totally not be against getting animal control over there and talking to some people.
We need to know what's going on.
Legit, man.
JR, that is amazing. And you guys have the kitty that your girlfriend found, and you guys are going to take care. Now you're going to take it to the vet. Is this going to be a cat that you're going to keep?
Yes. We are definitely going to keep it.
Good for you.
Oh, have you named the cat already?
We were thinking about calling it Thanos or maybe a couple of other names.
Hold on, do you say Thanos?
Yes, sir.
Thanos, as in the fraud with the blood test?
No, as of the Marvel character.
Oh, the Marvel. Hold on. Hold on.
You're thinking
I'm thinking of Theranos. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about that Elizabeth Creighton that trying to copycat what?
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
With the blood scam.
With the All right. Hey, JR, great story, and thank you for listening because you've just blown the story wide open now.
Listen, you may want to put JR on hold so Casey can get his number in case there's a police investigation.
You know what? That is a good point. Hey, JR. Casey's going to pick up your line and just get your contact information, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on. All right, Fester,
Anybody
this
else
is
got a cat
crazy.
from this place?
All right, do you have so it's the Dollar General just to the west of Dale Mabry. So it's the Dale Mabry, do you have it?
Yeah, I mean.
Do you have the location?
I have the location. I have to click here.
We got to call them up, folks. We got to find out what is going on and why the whole front of the Dollar General apparently was littered with abandoned little kittens yesterday. Holy crap.
Maybe they were both in the basket and
they got separated or something.
Right.
Maybe there was a basket of cats and some of them got out. Roxanne, that's a great idea or great point.
All right, Fester, do you have the right one?
Is West Hillsborough Avenue, 3966 West Hillsborough?
I don't know. I don't know if it's is that the right one?
My best guess is yes.
All right, so dial it up.
All right, here we go.
Dial it up and see if they'll come on the air. Call Dollar General and tell them you're Fester from the MJ Morning Show, and this is a special investigation. And see if they'll come on the air with us. All right, folks, I
would love to hear this.
This is unfolding before our very eyes. All right, Fester, you get on the phone.
Yes.
Fester, the call is off the air for now. See if they'll come on with us. Now,
they open at 9.
Oh, really?
I don't know if anybody's at the Dollar General.
Dollar General has
their website.
Very inconvenient hours.
Really?
Sometimes.
It says open. They close at 9. I'm sorry. They close at 9.
Yeah,
they're open right now.
Yeah, they're open right now. They open at 8 o'clock. Right, so is the phone ringing or
the phone is ringing?
You're going to get a recording. You'll have to pound.
They'll get it. They don't have a recording system.
Unless everybody's listening to the morning show right now in Dollar General.
You know what? They've been alerted. Don't pick up the phone. And they're calling us. Stop. The MJ Morning Show is calling. Don't pick up the phone.
Right, there's no answer at this number.
We've traced the call. It's coming from inside the Dollar General. They're not picking up, huh? Oh, no. Yeah, they've been tipped off. They're probably out in their cars now listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Put the kittens in the trunk.
We've blown the whole Dollar General kitten racket. Right? Listen, in all fairness, we have no idea. We have no idea if these cats belong to anybody at Dollar General or if some customer just dropped them off. I was going to say maybe they were just strays that are from some, stray kitty litter and they wandered over. But why would the cat that Casey found be in a basket at the Dollar General? All right, Fester, are they not picking up the phone?
There's no answer. Then it just went to beep and a hang up.
They are. They're on to us.
They're blocked.
Yes. I gotta say, I could already tell upon shopping in there it was not a good ran Dollar General just for the fact that I didn't even get a receipt for my purchase. It didn't even print out. And I looked at the guy and I was like, receipt? And he was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, oh, I don't need it. It's fine. But yeah, so something going on there for sure.
Give me a receipt for the cat.
So just to combat Casey and his one-sided review, they have a 4.1 on Google reviews. That's about as high as I've ever seen a Dollar General.
You get free cats when you go there.
I got to move on. But folks, this is a crazy, crazy story. Let's move on. Hold on. Fester is answering phone calls. Yes, Fester.
Is the Dollar General calling back?
Anything we need?
Okay, you know why? So you're not affiliated with Dollar General, man, but you know why they're being dumped?
Yeah, Fester gave me the hold on hand. Hold on.
All right. Are you near the Dollar General?
Can you say all right? Can you say it one more time? All right.
All right, hold. All right, I'll take my shot with you. What's your first name?
All right.
Hold on, Jody. Talk to MJ. Hold on.
Fester wants me to take.
All right.
Was it?
I picked it up because it was ringing. I thought they were calling me back. It turns out it's our listener, Jody, who called in, who thinks she knows something.
Hi, Jody. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Doing well. What's going on, Jody?
Well, we've had 3 cats dumped on our property within the past 2 months.
Oh, my God.
And we looked into it, and apparently this is a program that the county does. They will pick up a cat, or if somebody reports a stray cat, they'll pick him up, they'll neuter him, and then they'll clip his ear or give him a little tattoo and put him back where they found him, because that's where they think people will pick it up and take it in.
Wait, you're telling me that the county is then dumping cats?
Yes. And I've everything confirmed by the fire department, we called the county, and we called the police department about it, because we just keep getting cats on our property.
You're claiming that this is an official operation to dump cats?
Anybody who would dump this cat with the eyes looking like that is a cruel person. That just isn't right.
This is a catastrophe.
He had its bright green eyes, the most beautiful cat.
Wow.
And the sweetest thing. It looked like it actually was an indoor cat before they dumped it.
All right, this is crazy.
We
all right,
gotta
listen.
talk to one of these cats.
We need to interview one of the cats. Yeah.
Yeah, interview the cat.
All right, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Can we play Sarah McLachlan in the arms of an angel for Casey?
All right.
Yeah, great.
Are you getting requests for that?
Well,
it's like the commercial.
It's the sad animal donation commercial.
Come on. There's no way in hell that the county would neuter or spay a cat and then dump the cat and just let it go just out in the wild? Really?
I also had a police. I
Okay.
mean, the Kitten Casey lines are exploding. I can't get back to everybody.
Hold
But
on.
one guy who hit me up said that he polices that area and that there's a lot of drug activity.
Right.
And that's probably why there's
Or cats
Drug
used as bongs now? I mean, how is it drug activity? I could imagine a program where feral cats are captured, neutered, and then reintroduced to.
I can't imagine that.
As opposed to being popped?
I can't imagine. I'm sorry.
I could understand.
I can't imagine that.
But not babies,
I-
not
I-
3-week-old
I'm
cats.
sorry. I can't imagine that. All right. Moving along. We got to get into Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Speaking of animals.
Yeah. Speaking of animals pooping in the bed, I've heard it all now. Now we have animal bowel issues because of weed ingestion. This is the audio bite of the day yesterday. The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial is back in session. It was off all last week. My wife, Michelle, was having withdrawal, so she was all thrilled. She was up in a little office doing work yesterday. She's doing all kinds of scanning and paperwork and filing and all kinds. And she's got the whole live stream going. She's watching the whole thing cover to cover.
It's good.
And Froggy, were you watching yesterday as well?
I didn't get to watch I only got to watch for 4 hours. I didn't get to watch as much as I wanted to.
I only got to watch for 4 hours. I didn't get to watch as much.
And
as
I like to wait until 11, so during breaks I can just fast forward right through them because I can't wait during the breaks.
Amber Heard denied that she pooped in Johnny Depp's bed. Can you believe we're talking about this?
There were some crazy things said.
Amber Heard denied that she pooped in Johnny Depp's bed. And what is the excuse for the dog pooping in the bed? Listen to this.
You said you brought the dogs. Who were the dogs you brought?
Johnny's dog, at the time, Boo. My dog, Pistol. We shared them. They're teacup Yorkies, and I believe Raquel, my best friend's dog, which is a mutt.
Okay. What, if any, issues did Boo have with bathroom problems?
What issues did Boo have with bathroom problems, Amber?
Well,
Objection leading and relevance.
Overruled.
Overruled. I want to hear about Boo going boo in the bed. All right, that judge is saying, okay, overruled.
She had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy.
Oh my God! Boo ate Johnny's weed.
Objection. That's pooping. Leading.
So Boo ate Johnny's marijuana.
Poor
And
thing.
had bowel control issues for her entire life.
Oh my God, is that a thing?
If anything, it would settle Boo's stomach.
If your dog eats your stash, is the dog going to have bowel? That's what Amber Heard is saying, is that Boo as a puppy ate Johnny Depp's weed, and that ever since that point that Boo was having bowel issues, she's trying to blame it on the dog, that Boo pooped in Johnny Depp's bed.
I don't know. Can you eat something once and then have a lifetime of bowel issues?
Well, beyond that, I'm looking at all the reactions that a dog may have if they consume weed.
Yep.
And
They'll get high.
Yeah.
They'll stumble around.
Yeah, they can't walk.
Low blood pressure, staggering or stumbling gait.
Right.
Amber, have
muscle
you seen my
tremors.
weed?
Is pooping in the bed on that list?
No, it is not. Paranoia is. And leaking urine is, but not.
Reminds me of another dog. Hey, MJ, I have a question. I don't
Yeah,
know.
my dog Scout, our 4-year-old Jack Russell, gets very excited. Froggy excited Scout, our Jack Russell, at our coop going away party on Friday night, and Froggy picks up Scout, and Scout just pees all over Froggy. That's why Froggy had to leave the party early, and that's why Froggy is not part of the group shot, which is on my back lanai, and that image can be seen at my Instagram, Certified Todd Schnitt. Certified, then TODDSCHNITT. It's all of us. It's me. It's Fester. It's Roxanne. It's Coop. No Froggy, because Froggy was peed on, and he got pissed off, and he left. All right. So
I had a question, though.
Yes,
He
yes.
got pissed on.
Yeah.
So
Yes, he got pissed on and he left. Go ahead.
they have teacup Yorkies. I mean, those are like smaller than Chihuahuas, aren't they?
I mean,
Oh yeah, those are like
Yeah, they're teeny
those would
tiny.
be smaller than Tootsie Rolls.
So they do like little raisinette turds.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
there's no way.
There's no way that thing in Johnny Depp's bed came out of the dog.
Unless you did it like for 2 weeks in a row, which is like in the same spot.
Does the cross-examining attorney analyze?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
Listen, hold
how
on.
do we know?
They started talking about DNA yesterday.
Yeah.
No.
And DNA testing. I'm like, what the? I mean, this is insane.
Some other issues was, we regularly had to take her to the vet to try to figure out, well, what was wrong with this dog. Never met a dog that was quite like this. So she had some control issues, hence why she liked to burrow in the bed. She liked to be in the, by the foot of the bed underneath the covers. And it was customary that they slept in bed with us, but Boo, having the issues she had, we have to leave her in bed so that she wouldn't be encouraged to go to the bathroom, which would happen almost immediately once you put her down on the floor.
Yeah, see,
And sometimes
little
it
dogs do
happened in bed
that.
too. But
I mean, this is crazy stuff. And then, seriously, they're talking about like the DNA testing of the poo. Or I didn't see all of it because I had like a second job I had to do yesterday. Unlike you, Froggy, which you're watching 5 hours of this thing.
I was working while watching. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
I need entertainment, and this is nothing but. It's the best.
Don't say but.
I was.
I called DS on her story.
You
Call
call
DS.
That's dog bleep.
Yeah. Instead of DS.
Not DS. You call dog.
Roxanne.
I got you.
She's so edgy.
Yeah, Roxanne, you're getting edgy.
So edgy. Ugh.
It's like a bed turd.
It's edgy shock jock
Yeah,
Roxanne over
I
here.
don't feel comfortable in such a shocking environment.
I know. All right, so we had the pooing and and just wrapping up our Amber Heard and Johnny Depp coverage. Remember, Amber Heard fired her original spin doctor public relations firm. Remember all of the first weeks of the trial? Remember all of the bad press that Amber Heard was getting? So she got all ticked off. And Amber Heard said, oh my God, my PR firm that's trying to put a spin in the media. And Johnny Depp's getting all the love and I'm getting crushed. All of the bad stories, the bad headlines. Remember the story, Rox?
Yeah.
Is that Amber Heard fired her original PR firm because they weren't doing the job that she thought. She thought they were going to magically make all of the bad headlines disappear as she was getting ripped at the trial. Fires the first PR firm, hires a second PR firm.
And this PR firm, they're a mess.
Oh, my God. You got to see this.
Were they fired as well? Or
Hang on a minute. This is insane. Amber Heard's new PR guru hired to make Johnny Depp look terrible. Like he's a wife-beating alcoholic drug user. The new PR guy has 2 DUI arrests, left 2 jobs after sexual harassment claims, and in the industry, they call him a walking case of Me Too. And this is her new PR guy.
All right.
He was banned from a dating app, that dating app Raya, because he tried to pressure someone into sex on it and got banned from the site.
So you're saying he's the perfect guy for this job?
Sounds like it.
It's like if you want to know how to secure your house, hire a crook.
Well, hang on, but he's not suppressing all this crap about him. In the industry, they call him, in industry circles, they call him the walking Me Too case.
They call him Hurricane Shane.
That's right. His name is Shane. And the Daily Mail has a whole thing on this guy. They got a picture. The guy's name is Shane, 49 years old, and his nickname is Hurricane Shane. A walking Me Too case is what they call him.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I tell you right now, he's the exact guy I want to hire. There's nothing he hasn't seen.
Listen to this. Amber Heard hired PR guru David Shane last month to help paint the picture of Johnny Depp as an alcohol binging abuser who victimized Heard, but the DailyMail.com can reveal that Shane was arrested for DUI arrest in 2010 and 2012 and left previous jobs after sexual harassment claims against him. Former model Holly Doker, 32, who he met on a dating app, Raya, as Roxanne was saying, claims that he tried to pressure into sex and then got banned from the site. Shane, 49, allegedly paid provocatively dressed women to attend a tech company event. He's allegedly nicknamed Hurricane Shane and a walking Me Too case in the industry.
Walking Me Too? What a terrible thing to be known for.
His ex-colleagues tell the DailyMail.com that Shane was investigated by HR departments at both Hewlett-Packard and Juniper, where he worked as VP of Communications. They said that both cases involved claims of sexual harassment and that Shane left both companies after HR investigations. Oh, so I'm going to open up my own, my own PR crisis management firm.
Listen, living in Mad
I'm a walking crisis. I'm a Jesus crisis.
He knows about it.
And I bet he's getting paid a lot of money.
My God, Amber Heard can't be happy that now this is all splashed all over the place.
Does Amber Heard have a lot of money?
You know what? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't know
she's a fairly new actress. She doesn't have,
Well, something else that's come out.
Maybe he's doing it pro bono to bone her.
All right, Roxanne.
Roxanne!
Kids listen to this show,
Roxanne. What is wrong with you?
Roxanne, families listen.
Pro boner? Is that what you're saying?
You're saying he did it pro boner?
God. Gee,
all right, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Blew my mind.
Yeah. Roxanne, what is going on with you?
Any more boner jokes you want to make this morning, Roxanne?
All right, well, listen. This is a family show.
Yeah, I don't think middle school has started yet.
This is a family show. I got parents with kids in the car, Roxanne. What are you doing over there?
Objection, that's hearsay.
Conjecture?
Yeah.
That's leading.
Erecture?
Erection, I mean objection.
All right. So, also, you ask if Amber Heard has a lot of money. She had pledged like millions in donations to like the ACLU, I think, and then another organization, and they never got crap from her. She totally reneged.
She's like, just kidding.
She did. And then there was a whole discussion as far as a pledge versus a donation, and she got busted on the stand that she says that she thinks that when you pledge the money, it's the same as a donation. No, it's a donation when you actually give the organization the money.
So you can pledge anything. You could say anything. Yeah. It doesn't count until you actually give them the check.
Allegiance. Moving along, folks. I'm sure Michelle will watch today and give me a new stack of crazy Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff. All right, today is recycling day. For me, I'm a Tuesday recycle. I live in the city of Tampa, and for me, Tuesday is my trash day. Tuesday and Friday. So trash is Tuesday, Friday. Recycling and the big green bin is on Tuesday. You know what bothers me? And I saw this last night as I'm walking the dogs at my 7:30 walk last night, about 2.5 mile walk, 2-3 miles. The number of people that don't break down boxes and they jam them and the whole lid, they're all piled up like it's a big giant Mount Everest. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Fester's getting you.
Why does that bother you?
Hold on. You're not a box breaker downer, are you?
I'm not a box breaker downer.
Oh, if I don't break down a box,
listen,
boy.
This is an epidemic.
I think you get satisfaction from breaking down a box.
I like
and you
breaking
just
down
want other people
boxes.
to do
Yeah,
it.
Michelle likes breaking down boxes. I like breaking down boxes.
I ain't
use
got-
a blade?
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that. Listen, I go to Sam's Club and bring home like a Apple box, carry all my stuff home in. I take the box, put it right in the recycling. I don't break it down.
I can't believe the lazy-ass neighbors that I have. I walk through my neighborhood, and a lot of the trash was already out, 7:30 to 7:45, 8 o'clock. I got back to the house after 8. It was still light out, and I could not believe the number of trash cans and recycling bins that were out for Tuesday morning. I put it out last night. I cannot believe the number of lazy neighbors that I have in my neighborhood that they just take their Amazon boxes, they just pile them up in the recycling bin.
That's right.
It's a giant pile of boxes. The lid can't even close. The boxes are 4 feet above their recycling bin. Break down your boxes. Is there a rule on this? Are you supposed to break down your boxes?
Yeah. Well, you can fit so much more.
What an uppity, entitled box breaker downer you
I'm
are.
uppity and entitled?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Judging people for not breaking down their boxes?
Yeah, and I mean, it's all like, how broken down does it have to be?
You want it flat as a board?
Listen, you can get more in your recycling bin. You'll be able to close your lid if you break down your boxes instead of piling your boxes up like you got a giant mountain of corrugated boxes from Amazon or wherever.
And then the lid's open and they're just hanging out.
That's what I'm talking about. And then if it's windy, they end up blowing onto the street. That's another issue that I've had.
Yes, I mean, the hurricane gale force winds have just littered South Tampa with boxes from non-breaker
So now your
downers.
neighbors annoy you because of their Uber Eats habits and their boxes.
And
you are officially a Karen.
And I'll tell you what, and I almost got run over by an Uber Eats driver last night.
Oh, God, here we go.
I was almost, seriously.
It's probably a reward on your head. Hey, listen, we'll take the large tacos, and if you happen to clip the guy with the 2 dogs, thanks.
Extra tip?
Extra tip.
Extra tip
You're
for you.
really helping out the neighborhood.
No, seriously, I'm walking on the street last night, and there are no sidewalks on this particular street. There are no sidewalks, and I'm walking, and a car's coming right at me, and I'm trying to, and it's like a construction site, so they have that, that construction barrier that.
You take half the road?
Well, no, not the road wasn't blocked, but I couldn't get over because right where I was, they had that, it's that the black plasticky stuff with the wood spikes that they have to like contain a lot for like construction, so I couldn't get over. And here comes the car, and the guy, I'm like, oh my God. And the guy swerves at the last minute. The guy almost hits me. It was clearly an Uber Eats driver. You know what he was doing?
What?
He's glued to his cell phone, and I'm guessing he was looking at his phone for his next food delivery or something. That's what I'm guessing. So I was almost run the hell over by an Uber Eats or a DoorDash or MJ Smash, whatever delivery driver last night. Because, and they're driving fast in the day. You know what I've noticed? These drivers are the food delivery drivers. Some are very respectful of the neighborhood. I'd say about half. About half of the food delivery drivers, they drive the speed limit, which is 25. They appear to be conscientious with their driving skills. But the other half, I'm seeing reckless delivery drivers for DoorDash, for Uber Eats, and they are flying. They're doing 45, 50 miles an hour on some of our residential streets.
Well, they got to get the food there on time.
And then
right?
I had one guy that, again, another area where there were no sidewalks, so I'm walking the dogs, and I had a food truck guy, not food truck, but a food delivery guy, and you can clearly tell that it's them because it's always, it's 6:30 to 7:45, 8 o'clock. They're like crawling like cockroaches in my neighborhood with all my lazy neighbors that don't break down their boxes and apparently won't cook their own food, and they're ordering delivery every single night. And so I also last night, so 2 incidents, almost got run over by one guy who's on his phone and swerves at the last minute. I had nowhere to go. And then before that, there was a guy flying down one of the main stretches in my neighborhood, and the guy was doing maybe 45 into 25, maybe 50. and I yell, "Slow down!"
Oh, God.
And the guy opens up his window, gives me the middle finger, and then accelerates, floors it, revs the engine, and goes even faster.
You live in what terrible neighborhood do you
My
live in?
Yeah,
God.
Bunch of
gang
stuff.
members.
See, that's when you should be glad your neighbors don't break down their boxes. So if you had to jump, you would have a soft place to land on the boxes.
Well, it's got to be different groups. Like the Uber orderers just have styrofoam containers, so they don't have a lot of boxes. So you have two different groups of people that you're mad at.
It's tough.
It's the Amazon deliveries.
Yeah.
It's the Amazon deliveries. Box breaker downer.
Yeah, those are the corrugated boxes. All right, I'm a little late on this because we kind of got, with the email that I got and with the cat that Casey found, we got a little delayed this morning, so I apologize. But there's a story that I had mentioned that I wanted to do, and Roxanne, you might need to follow this. This is being described as the ultimate safety tool for your kids.
Okay.
If you have young children, this is important, folks. This is an MJ Morning Show public service announcement. Saw this in the New York Post. I taught my kids the ultimate safety hack. It involves a lot of curse words. This woman, Siobhan Landry, she says that if you have young children, you got to teach them safety. And Roxanne, you've got a 5-year-old now?
Just 5 and 2.
And when does your 2-year-old turn 3?
December.
All right. This motivational speaker and mom of 6 is concerned about letting her kids out of her sight. And this Siobhan Landry goes by the Landry Family 504 on the TikToker, and she shares like mommy and parenting tips. And she says that she has a survival tactic that all parents ought to teach their kids. She says, okay, here's a survival tactic that I teach my kids that I hope they'll never have to use. It could save your child's life, so listen up. If children ever find themselves in danger, if someone is trying to kidnap them or force them into doing something that they don't want to do, they shouldn't just scream. I tell them to yell out every single curse word they can possibly think of. Because think of it. If you're at a playground or something and you hear a child scream, that's not really alarming you. But if you hear a child yelling out every single curse word in the book, you're going to stop mid-conversation and say, what? Hold on. Wait, what? What's going on here?
No, that's true. I'd look over.
What do you think about that?
That's really good. That's along the lines of what I've taught at least my older daughter so far.
Hold on. You've taught your daughter the S-bomb, the F-bomb,
the problem
the
is
C
all
word,
I've taught her,
everything?
All I've taught her
2
is
C words.
Shut up, dummy, stupid. Shut up, dummy, and stupid are the bad words that she knows.
No, not according to Siobhan Landry. Laundry.
Okay.
Landry.
So there's a barometer for what a dirty word is. Like for years, we had my daughter convinced butt was a dirty word.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't say it around the house. But she is telling you, have your kids know how many dirty words did George Carlin have?
7. There's 7 dirty words.
Have your kids drop the
bring that up.
Okay.
I think in the context of the story, we can just play George Carlin totally uncensored right now.
But
the 7 dirty words. Yeah.
Have your kids know things in that vein to draw more attention.
So she is really, really loud.
But that means that she is teaching her kids all these curse words.
I actually think that's a pretty good idea.
But should you be teaching your kids at 5, 6, 7 years old? Should you be teaching them, hey, let's go over all let's do flashcards.
It's definitely out of the box.
Do they make curse word flashcards for the kids?
You know,
do they do that? Do the kids still do flashcards?
My daughter's picked it up by osmosis just by hanging around the old man.
Oh, yeah.
Let him play GTA for a week.
Yeah, I'm serious. Don't fool yourself into thinking kids don't know these words. They just need
as long as they don't scream at school.
Permission to say them when they're in trouble.
But they learn everything at school.
Yeah, they do.
They learn everything. So if you think you're sheltering your kid, you're delusional because your kids are hearing everything at school.
I do always tell my daughter, your voice is your superpower. If anyone tries to approach you, scream, and she is really, really loud.
I wouldn't look over.
That's exactly what the woman is saying not to do.
I know, but
she's saying that your daughter at 5 needs to sound like some kind of crazy mafia dude about to. Yeah,
I take my kids to parks all the time, and I am immune to kids screaming, even kids saying, "No, let me go."
Stranger danger.
No. But if I hear "let me go," I'm gonna look.
No, because even then, you hear parents, "We're leaving in 5 minutes," and then kids have meltdowns. I don't care about that, but I don't hear kids busting out the crazy profanity.
The woman is saying you got to teach your kids. See, Roxanne, you just reiterated exactly what she says doesn't work. The scream doesn't work.
I will say this though.
You know
a
what?
loud kid has a better chance than a quiet kid. Sadly.
All right, here's what we got to do.
That's who the.
But that's not the story. A loud kid, quiet kid. The point is that kids are screaming all the time. The whole story is about making more of an impression. It's getting beyond the screams because kids scream all the time. It's the cursing. Here's what we need to do. We need to get you a little 5-year-old. What's her name again?
Mabel.
Evelyn Jade. We need to get Evelyn Jade. You need to do a screaming cursing session with her, video it, and we'll play it on the air. Obviously, we'll have to put bleeps in it, but that's what we ought to do. Fester, are you drinking coffee creamer? Oh, my God.
You know what's really good is to put coffee creamer in cereal.
I've never tried that.
Fester is just drinking coffee creamer out of the little plastic.
I have the hazelnut.
I like coffee creamer.
I have the hazelnut. All right.
Oh, Casey got you again. Good one, Casey.
There's Casey.
Do you eat those little packs of butters too?
First of all, so the answer to that question, Casey, is yes.
Duh.
And I can either be your best friend or your worst enemy.
So
job.
let me ask you this though, Fester, because for a butter fan like yourself, butter or margarine?
Okay, first of all,
where is this coming?
First of all,
I'm talking about kids screaming curse words.
Shut your filthy mouth, because butter is much better. Butter's much better.
Agreed. I'm glad we're on the same page.
All right, let me get back on track here.
All right.
So, Roxanne, what I'm saying is you've just reiterated exactly what she says don't do. Don't teach your kid to just scream.
What is this lady, a self-defense teacher? Which we did have a self-defense teacher reach out to us and say that what you tell your kids to yell is fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Fire.
All right, that's probably good as well. Fire.
I haven't watched Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I watched all the Beavis and Butthead episodes. Now I know how to consult children.
Be like, that kid does a really good Beavis. Somebody's taking him, it looks like.
Hey, your kid's really talented. It's a funny Beavis.
Fire. I think we've got that in the sound effects library.
Fire.
And then, speaking of kids, this woman has 6 kids. Roxanne, you and I both saw this, that having more than 2 kids could be harmful to your brain?
Cognitive decline. Yes.
Wow.
Everybody in here is on the 2 teams. So.
Listen to this. Yeah, so I've got 2 kids. I've got Julian and Chloe.
I couldn't handle no more.
Fester, you've got Hadley and Hudson.
Yes.
Froggy, you've got Max
and Luke. Very easy to remember.
All right. And you've got Evelyn Jade and Daviana. So we only have 2 kids. All right, all of us.
What are we, maniacs?
Listen to this. Researchers from Columbia. No, it's if you have more kids. Researchers from Columbia University and University Paris Dauphine report having more than 2 kids may have a negative impact on late life cognition. The study shows that older parents with just 2 children appear sharper cognitively than those with 3. The connection between kids and cognition was particularly strong among parents in Northern Europe. This is, I don't know why it would be just there. I would imagine it would be every. This is noteworthy because in those countries, having a lot of children usually decreases financial resources without necessarily improving social resources. So studies are showing that more than 2 kids is a crowd and could result in a cognitive decline.
So those Duggars are going to be really dumb.
They're going to be like bowls of Jello.
Doug, he's the one who sent me that article because he has.
I'm trying to make a Duggars joke. Speaking of
Duggars,
Doug, you're not having any more.
You can make a segue out of anything. Nice, Roxanne.
Yeah. Speaking of the Duggars, all right, Fester.
Yes.
A guy did something on an airplane that was very creepy, and the first thing I thought of was you.
Did he smell the hair of the...
folks, wait until you hear about the airplane creep. That and a whole lot more. We got an hour to go. We got a ton of stuff we got to get to. Don't move. The airplane creep is first up next. And then, of course, gas. Oh, you know what I didn't mention? The promotional idea that I had that we got to talk about. And I mentioned that maybe we got to try going to the laundromat that we're trespassed from. All right, hold on. I'll roll this by. Oh, boy, this could be fun. Hang on next, folks. Don't move. We're back in a minute on the Tuesday. MJ with Roxanne and Froggy and Fester. Of course, Lightning and Panthers. It's game one of the second round, and the Lightning are down in Sunrise tonight in this big old rivalry. The two Florida teams that hate each other. What do they say? Expect a lot of fights, a lot of nastiness.
Hey, Hal Herbert here.
Yes.
You guys remember the name of the showdown, don't you?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
You guys remember the name of the showdown? This game has a name.
You're using the.
You want to hear what it is?
Yeah, I don't want to hear that name.
The Sunshine. What the hell is that?
Fester, what are you doing?
I don't know. What am I doing?
You're nothing but a rank amateur.
I bumped the phone, and the phone put a tone.
I got a dial tone coming out of your phone over there.
I don't know how this phone works.
Dude, you're a technical disaster.
You're ruining my announcement.
I got Hal Herman trying to use the banned term on the show, which is...
Hal, you're ruining your announcement.
Folks are calling tonight's...
You're right about that, I guess.
The beginning of the series with the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers, somebody has obnoxiously labeled it the...
Sunshine Sundown.
No.
It's going to be a big one. And it's going to take place right in the Sunshine State. The Sundown Sunshine.
No, it's...
What is it?
Sunshine Showdown.
It's been labeled the Sunshine Showdown, which...
Downshine Social.
I don't know.
I would rather have been called the Dunshine.
Guys, I am getting physically annoyed and angry at that term. The minute I saw that it was being called the Sunshine Showdown between the Lightning and the Panthers, this has made me physically angry. It has.
And as I look at my Doppler radar... It's not even going to be too sunny.
I hate
the game.
I hate the term. Listen, go Lightning. I hope the Lightning does well, but apparently we're supposed to expect a lot of nastiness, a lot of fights on the ice. Is that true? But also, if we go with the team mascot theory...
Yeah, we got to go through this.
In what way ever does a Panther beat a bolt of lightning? Right?
Well, they could bite it? No.
No.
That wouldn't hurt the lightning.
No, the Panther's going to be electrocuted.
Yeah.
But what are the odds that a panther would get struck by lightning?
Oh, very good. I mean, panthers in the wild live under trees.
Exactly. And
trees get struck by lightning.
What's the thing you're supposed to... If you're on a golf course and there are trees and it starts raining, what do you do?
Hold your club as high as you can.
And stand by the flagpole.
No, you don't.
Get on a ladder?
You don't go under a tree. If you're really caught nastily, you're supposed to just lay flat on the ground. Just lay flat if you can't get the shelter.
Or drive in your car. Or is that a rumor?
No,
is that a wise tale?
No, car is one of the best places because you're grounded, you're insulated. Okay. Yeah, a car is one of the best places to be. That's not a rumor. That's science fact right there.
Roxanne gives out the best advice. Is that a rumor?
No, that's
not a rumor.
Until a tornado picks you up.
All right, so
storm.
Go Lightning. Game one tonight. You've got home ice advantage for the Panthers tonight. And man, is there has anyone ever won 3 Stanley Cups in a row?
Yes.
Was it the Islanders back in the 80s or 70s?
Late 70s, early 80s.
Was it
the
Islanders
won a bunch?
Has anyone ever won 3 in a row?
The Islanders won 4 back then.
But were they back to back?
Back to back.
They had 4 Stanley Cups back to back to back to back?
Yeah, like in the late.
What about your back hair?
Back to back.
Well, like back to front to back, and it was like a real.
Speaking of creepy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. A woman caught a guy creeping and taking a picture of her feet on an airplane ride, on a flight.
Who would do that?
Fester.
Okay, first of all,
yeah.
And he put it on the Wikipedia site. What is it called?
It's called WikiFeet.
About WikiFeet, I'm sorry.
Froggy turned me on to it, so don't make it look like I'm the weirdo here.
I'm the foot weirdo here, okay? Let's be honest.
There is a social media star. Look for Alina Bedrosian. Any relation?
Oh, she's a star? Then she must be on WikiFeet.
Do you know her?
What's her name? Alina?
Alina, Alina, Bedrosian, like Eric Bedrosian, the actor.
Oh.
Bedrosian.
Let's see how her feet rank.
Alina Bedrosian, she has footage of a man.
She has footage.
That's good. Yeah, good, Roxanne. All right, so she's got footage. She's got video of a creepy guy sitting next to her on a Delta flight who was editing the photos of the pictures of her feet that he had taken. He takes pictures secretly of her feet, and then she looks over and sees the guy is editing photos.
Did he put a chrome filter on him?
Of her feet that he snapped a picture of.
She was sitting next to him?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're sitting next to each other on a Delta flight. The guy takes pictures of her feet.
That must have been nice.
Then he's editing the images on his phone, and she catches him and then rolls video on a Delta flight.
Okay. So anytime any influencer puts out any amazingly ridiculous situation like this,
yeah,
I think it's staged. I think.
Oh, you think this is phony baloney?
Oh my God!
She has a picture of it.
Follow me, yeah, because it's her friend, or it's the whole thing is staged.
Esther, have some. Hope.
Look at it. Okay, they're on a commuter flight. They're on a Delta CRJ 900.
So wait a second. Did she take her shoes off?
She probably had flip-flops on. Or
so
something.
it looks like
it looks like she's on the CRJ. Is that a 1 and a 2? Isn't the CRJ the as you go on the plane, the right side are all onesie seats, and then on the left side, those are the 2s, if I'm not mistaken.
So is this an aisle, and he's looking over? And
and then look at her feet.
Oh, she's got nice ones.
Look at her feet, and she's wearing sandals. She's wearing open-toed shoes, and he apparently, aimed the phone across the aisle and took a picture of her feet, and then he's editing the picture of her feet.
Let me see her feet.
Why don't you grab your microphone over there? Why don't you walk with your...
I want to see her feet.
Her feet
Froggy,
are not
go
in the
get your
video.
microphone. Bring your microphone over.
She was wearing sandals, because there's a picture of him here, and they look
I know.
nice.
In the clip, the woman from Atlanta records the guy, and he's wearing a black cap and a gray sweatshirt. He angles his iPhone toward her feet and takes a picture. Then he opens up the photo gallery on his phone of Bedrosian's feet.
Work on this.
She was wearing a golden open-toe sandal.
Lovely.
Yes. And she got video of this guy editing her feet.
Okay.
That he took a picture. He thought he was secretly taking a picture of her feet.
I wonder if he just couldn't help himself. He has such a fetish. He couldn't contain
Probably.
himself, or if he's just trying to get a big foot file.
As somebody who knows a thing or two about taking foot photos, Roxanne. Because
I don't take them.
Oh, no. I'm talking about myself. I am the founder of the Roxanne Wilder page on wikifeet.com.
Congratulations.
Folks, if you don't know the story, Fester secretly took numerous photos of Roxanne's feet here in the studio, and then Fester put Roxanne's feet on this creepy foot fetish website called WikiFeet.
It's not creepy. It's research.
Oh, come on. It's a creepy foot fetish website called WikiFeet.
Let's see how many votes you got on there. I'm going to go.
Back in February, Roxanne was the featured foot of the day.
She was the featured? Is it the featured?
Featured foot.
Yeah, Casey.
First of all, the website is not creepy. And second of all,
thank you.
See, here's the thing. People can look at feet and it's okay, but I mean, what if there was a website for people's tits or their...
Oh, dude, you can't say that.
Are you nuts?
You can't say... Dude,
Casey.
I just dumped you.
Are you nuts? And there are websites for that.
Second day, we're learning. We're learning.
All right.
That is a word. You cannot say that word.
We'll keep that in the memory.
All right,
It's one of the 7.
You can't say that word. That is one of the 7 dirty words.
You got to take a class.
We'll have to take that class later. Thank you.
Shut his mic off.
I dumped that on the air. I dumped that on 104.7 FM. However, that went over the video stream, and I guess it's on the podcast. Yeah, you can't. You can't say that word.
Wow, caught me off guard.
Boing.
All right, Casey. Thank you. We'll talk after this show. Anyway, no, Casey's. I don't know what the hell he was saying.
I know what he was saying.
WikiFeet is
saying the T word.
Okay.
I heard it loud and clear. I don't think I've ever heard it more clear.
I think it was the clearest I've ever heard things in my life.
All right. So anyway,
that was crystal clear. It was. It's like I had the best hearing aids ever made by Miracle Ear, and I don't even need them.
I literally heard it in my brain.
So does Does your foot have any expectation of privacy when it's out in public?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yes. If you've got a foot and you're seated on an airplane and your feet are dangling on the seat in front of you, I don't think it's acceptable for a guy next to you across the aisle to take a picture secretly, surreptitiously of your feet, and then you're editing it on your photo editing software on your smartphone. I don't think that's acceptable.
Well...
So you're saying that people out in public have no expectation of privacy for their feet?
I mean, if you have no expectation of privacy for your person, you can't isolate individual body parts.
God. Anyway, it's creepy, and this guy got busted, and I guess we can...
Is there criminal? Like, did he get, criminal charges?
No, there's nothing criminal
He's just
here.
a creep.
Listen.
He's labeled a creep.
All right, speaking of creepy, moving along, speaking of creepy. Do you know what's going on with Neil Patrick Harris, the actor, and this cake from years? There's a story about a party and a cake involving Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris, that this whole story has resurfaced. Do you know about this?
Yeah, I know all about it.
How do you know about this?
Because I have, from 12 years ago, I set a Google News alert on my phone anytime Amy Winehouse news broke.
Oh, my
And I just got an alert 2 days ago.
What was Amy Winehouse's biggest song?
Yeah, go to rehab. I said no.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, Casey, if you can not drop 4-letter words on the air.
Or three. Or three in that case.
Well, I think he used four. It was 4 letters.
Plural.
Yeah, it was plural of the 3-letter word.
Oh, God.
All right, yes. Hey, go ahead. Let me know when you have Amy Winehouse rehab. Let me know when you have the song ready to go. But man, this is crazy, and it's coming back around. You know that Amy Winehouse died at the age of
27
because she's in the
27 club.
The 27 club of all these famous folks that died at the age of 27, like Jimi Hendrix. Jim Morrison, was he 27? Yeah. I mean, there's a whole club, the 27 Club. And do you have a list?
I'm pulling them up. A lot of young, famous people have died.
Janis Joplin. I mean, there's a whole list here. It's
Kurt
crazy.
Cobain, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, Janis Joplin.
The Wikipedia has too many names.
Jim Morrison. Yeah, I said Jim Morrison. That was one of the first ones I remembered. But there's a whole list of the 27 Club. And, of course, Amy Winehouse died at the age of 27 from a combination of alcohol poisoning and a drug overdose. That was the cause of death. And Neil Patrick Harris, and this is years ago.
Like 11 years ago, after she passed.
It sounds like shortly after.
But this is crazy that Neil Patrick Harris was it a Halloween party?
He has a Halloween party, and there's a cake.
There's a cake, and the cake is made in the shape of what they said was the Amy Winehouse corpse. And it is the most horrific-looking cake you've ever seen in your life.
Was it a cake, or was it a meat platter?
Okay, it wasn't our charcuterie board.
I thought it was a cake. Am I wrong?
I thought it was a cake.
Yeah, I thought it was a cake.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a story that says Harris served a meat platter labeled "the corpse of Amy Winehouse."
Okay.
Well, maybe it was a meat. I thought it was a cake, but
they're calling it a corpse cake.
The disturbing photo showed a gory depiction of a rotting and bloodied corpse, complete with Amy's iconic beehive hairdo.
Oh my God!
And tattoos. And apparently, it happened like 10, 12 years ago, 11 years ago. And for whatever reason, the story is surfacing again. Fester, can you?
It was a platter that featured beef ribs, pulled pork, chicken sausage, and spicy.
So it wasn't a cake.
Meat.
What am I looking at then?
So it wasn't a cake. I thought it was a cake.
Because this looks like a cake.
They tried to make me go to rehab.
I
said
no.
Yes, I've been.
Yeah, I thought I saw stories that said it was a cake. Anyway, it's either a cake or a meat platter.
I've seen in Variety they're saying it featured ribs and pork and all. It was a meat damn it! It was a meat buffet.
But look at this website. People discuss it as Amy Winehouse cake from Neil Patrick Harris party resurfaces.
So I've seen both things.
I saw cake, but I guess it was it a meat cake?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was a meat cake.
They're trying to cancel him because of this?
Now, The picture got shared on social media. Hold on. The picture got shared on social media years ago, but was quickly deleted. But people captured the picture, and for whatever reason, in the last couple of days, it's resurfaced. And I don't know if they're trying to cancel Neil Patrick Harris now, but folks, that's pretty grisly. I mean, even for a Halloween party to make fun of Amy Winehouse's overdose death by having a corpse cake or meat platter that looks like Amy Winehouse, that's pretty gross.
So she died in 2011.
Yeah.
So this was right after.
It was. Exactly.
That's the crazy part.
That's the point, that Neil Patrick Harris at his Halloween party had this horrific, disgusting depiction of Amy Winehouse's corpse just after she had died.
Yeah, not that would it ever be an appropriate joke, but I mean, this is fresh.
Okay, so things that at one time might have seemed funny are proving not to have held up really well. And that's what he's getting caught in.
Like a Bob Saget head pudding.
Oh, stop. Come
at
on.
my next party.
Come on.
I mean, too soon, right? It's just an example of how it's too soon.
He'd probably laugh at that, though, because he was a pretty dirty comedian. He'd probably laugh at that. Bob Saget, rest in peace. I think yesterday was his birthday.
Was it yesterday or today?
I thought it was yesterday. I thought Bob Saget, double check. I think yesterday he would have been 66. Bob Saget, who died mysteriously.
No, it's today.
Oh, it is today?
Yes.
All right, well, I stand corrected. Bob Saget would have been 66 years old today. Bob Saget, rest in peace, my friend. Met him 4 times. Nice guy. Very nice guy. Got a question for you guys. How long can you let pizza stay out on the counter before it's unsafe to eat?
I bet your Fetcher has the record.
I'm going to abstain from this conversation. I don't want to.
You're abstaining?
I'm out. What do they call it?
What are you, some kind of wussy nation at the UN that doesn't want to call Russia out for their atrocities?
Yes. I'm abstaining. I don't want to be a part of this one.
It's abstain, by the way. It's not abstain.
Whatevs.
Yeah, you got abstains all over your shirt.
I do.
You slob.
There.
How do you know this? Do you know this?
No, but as the larger person in the room, everybody instantly looked at me like I'm some kind of authority on eating pizza that's been sitting out for a week.
You're not.
Which I may or may not have done, and I don't want to get put together in that way.
All right, Roxanne, how long can you leave pizza out on the counter before it is unsafe to eat?
Well, I've done this. Like, say I have a party and the pizza's out at 5 p.m., and then I drink a lot, and then I pass out, and then I wake up at midnight, and then it's still on the counter, and then I eat it, and I've survived. So I'm going to say 6 hours.
That's a good 6-7 hours right there.
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
You get passed out at 5 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
I called Roxanne yesterday about 4 o'clock. I had a break because my top of the hour break on the Schnitz show. I go to top of the hour and I got a little 6-minute break going on. I called Roxanne about something, and did I wake you up or were you just lit?
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it was 4 o'clock somewhere.
You woke me up. I was hiding from my kids.
You were high?
No, I was hiding.
Oh, you were hiding. Oh, okay.
From my
I'm sorry.
children. So I was whisper voice.
All right, here's the Fessa. What do you think it is? So, Fessa, you abstained.
Look, if I'm making a guess,
how long can you leave pizza out on the counter and it's still safe to eat?
A week.
No, it's not a week.
A week. It's like, 4 days?
It'll be rock hard after one day.
Well, he didn't ask edible. He has safe to eat. I think he can eat pizza after 4 days and not kill you.
You need to avoid the USDA danger zone. You know what the danger zone is?
Obviously not. Isn't it that song from the movie? The plane movie? Top Gun.
Dude, you're
Maverick.
Top Gun.
You're Porky Pigging it a lot lately.
Listen, I had to get
I don't know what.
Take off your pants.
All right. It's Danger Zone. It's Danger Zone. Kenny Loggins. That was from the first Top Gun movie, and of course, Top Gun is coming back. It's the Maverick version, so that's coming out for what? For Memorial Day weekend. Tom Cruise is back. And again, the reviews that I've seen are pretty strong for this movie.
Really?
Yeah. So, hey, do you have Danger Zone by any chance? Casey, you're around? You got? Oh, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone.
According to the USDA, the danger zone is 40 degrees to 140. From 40 to 140, that is just a bacteria-growing mess.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's 40 to 140? The pizza degree?
No, yeah. Food in general, but pizza falls into the category. If food is kept between 40 degrees and 140, that is a bacteria-growing, like, circus.
Yeah, that's why you cook food over 140
That's
degrees.
why food has to be refrigerated below 40 or heated above, like, 140.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we've all witnessed a radio person eat pizza out of a garbage can after... What was it, 2 days?
The greatest of all time, Martin Giles.
Yes.
Rest in peace, my friend.
And he
one of the
was
greatest
fine.
radio guys I ever worked with, but he would eat pizza out of the trash.
The greatest pizza trash eater in the history.
Ever.
And he was...
And the greatest news broadcaster ever that I ever worked with on radio, Martin Giles. Rest in peace. One of the best ever. Anyway,
personified.
So, why don't you guys get yourself some pizza? It's in the trash can.
so 40 to 140 is the danger zone. And essentially, if you want to go by time, pizza left out more than 2 hours, they say, is unsafe.
Oh, that's crap.
I know.
What?
Listen, I've had pizza in the box, left out on the counter at 6 o'clock the previous night. I get up at 8 a.m. the next morning. I grab a cold slice of pizza. I'm chowing down. I've never had a problem.
But
me too.
Better that way.
I thought I'd pass it along. Hey, what is Verizon saying about Florida? There is something very interesting. Verizon Wireless. There is something that Verizon is saying about our state of Florida. All right, I got a lot of stuff to get to. We got some Hollywood crap. I got lots of loose ends. We got our final chunk of MJ next. So stand by. We got a wonderful, maybe the best segment of the entire show is next in minutes. Don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now. 9:34, MJ and the crew here. Roxanne and Fester and Froggy. I've got Casey, the cursing producer, who has taken over Coop's position for now. But he was a hero. Yesterday, he did find the stray cat in front of a Dollar General under very suspicious circumstances. Fester, you want to call that Dollar General back?
No.
Tell you what, Casey really brings the highs and lows.
Yeah, he
I'll
does.
tell you what.
It's really
ups and downs.
Totally.
1 minute, 1 minute, he is rescuing a little kitten abandoned in front of a Dollar General store, takes it to the Humane Society, the DeBartolo Humane Society over on Armenia in Tampa. 1 minute, he's rescuing poor, helpless little animals that are abandoned in front of a Dollar General. The next minute, he's blurting out actionable FCC finable words on the air. Yeah, it's really
saying how much he hates our quarterback.
It's a remarkable range.
From the highest highs to the lowest lows.
That seems to be the story of his life.
9:35 MJ Morning Show.
Casey the cursor should stick, though. That's a good one.
9:35 on the MJ Morning Show. Verizon. This is kind of interesting because Verizon doesn't usually comment like on demographic trends. But if this is Verizon, guess what? It's also all the other carriers. It's T-Mobile. It is AT&T. I don't know about who's the actor dude with
so there's Mint.
Mint, yeah. And
Cricket.
Cricket. Metro PCS.
I like Cricket.
Are they still around? And what is the jitterbug? I don't know. What is the
I like my jitterbug.
Consumer Cellular.
You can see the numbers from so far away.
You can see the numbers from outer space. I think they can see the numbers from the International Space Station on the jitterbug phone from Consumer Cellular, whatever the heck. Anyway, listen to this. Verizon is essentially saying that everybody is moving to the state of Florida. Verizon said that the pandemic has caused over 250,000 Verizon wireless subscribers to leave one part of the country and come to Florida.
Wow. That's a lot. That's just Verizon customers.
Right. And I don't even know what this data is. That's just Verizon. So if you add all of the other cell carriers or carriers that maybe they don't have the data, clearly they know. If Verizon knows that if they've got a customer that is in New York or New Jersey and they suddenly move to Florida, guess what? Their billing is going to change, and they're going to know where they're pinging all the time. But I would guess primarily the account billing. So Verizon is noticing that, again, the exodus from some states in the country to Florida is dramatic, and those numbers are Verizon only. Imagine all the other carriers or the other data that we don't even have. But we've added, have we added a couple of million people in the state probably since the pandemic began?
One of my friends said she saw a strange sight somewhere in like North Tampa in a parking lot. A crowd of people were standing around waiting, and then all of a sudden this big truck comes up with all these cars. What are those called? The trucks that carry
called a car carrier.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
A car carrier. And so
There's got to be a name, right?
We're looking for car carrier. Survey says number one answer on the board.
No.
Car carrier.
No. MJ. No. We're talking about the cars that carry other cars, like the truck with the car.
Yes.
Oh, the car carrier.
Oh, yes, the car carrier. Right. Yes.
In any case.
Indubitably. All right, go ahead.
All California plates.
Really?
And then someone was saying that happens all the time.
Yeah, Californians are fleeing to Texas. They're fleeing, in some cases, to Florida. A lot of California. I think a lot of the Californians are going to Texas, but I know we're getting a ton of Californians here. But also, I think they're getting fed up. They're even moving to. I think some are going to Utah and Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, some of those places. And man, there's some beautiful stuff out there. Some absolutely beautiful stuff. So Verizon says that people are coming to Florida in droves. But again, PC Magazine pointed out that you don't often see wireless carriers comment on demographic trends. But again, guess what? They know where their customers, where their users are. And Verizon says with the evolution of the distributed workforce resulting from the pandemic, we're seeing more people permanently change locations to Florida and other places. Experiencing the impact of this influx, we revised our forecasting models and are pouring additional capital into the state to grow our coverage and capacity to meet increased demand. That's according to Kyle Malady. It's Kyle. Hello, my lady.
Hello, my lady.
Hello, my lady. Hello, Roxanne. Hello, Roxanne, my lady.
Oh, hello.
Hello, my lady. Do I need to watch The Crown?
No.
Do I need to watch
Downton Abbey?
Well, that's the other one. So the Crown.
It's downtown Abbey.
It's not downtown. It's Water Street Abbey. Okay,
I think it is.
All right. So it's Downton Abbey.
Downton.
Downton Abbey. But those are like two on my list, and everyone says that Michelle and I need to watch The Crown and Downton Abbey. All right. Anyway.
It's a lot of British viewing.
So this Verizon executive vice president of networks and technology talking about they got to expand the tech and the capacity. Well, duh. If you got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of new subscribers that are rushing into Florida, and that's just Verizon, yeah, you have to increase your infrastructure for the cell towers. You know what I notice? I don't know whether it's around here, but I tell you, if there are any I'm a Verizon wireless customer. And if there are any Verizon engineers that are listening to this radio program right now, the MJ Morning Show on Q105, whatever reason, first of all, the cell coverage in our building is the worst.
It's terrible.
All right. Now, what are you on, Rox?
AT&T.
All right. So yours is terrible as well.
It
so
really
it
is.
doesn't matter what it is. AT&T, Verizon, we are in the Koger Executive Center. We're right behind Glory Days. Off of 99th and 4th Street, right near Gandy and 4th in St. Pete. And our cell coverage is just a horror. It's like an Amy Winehouse cake of cell coverage. All right? Let me be honest.
Chill out, Doogie.
Yeah. It is terrible. But then you know what happens? It seems like it's like once a week. I'll be pulling out of here. I'm on the road. I'm getting ready to head down 4th to hit the Gandy, not the Gandy, but the Howard Franklin to get home to South Tampa. And I will get, it's probably 2-3 times a month where, I don't know if this happens to you guys, call failed and no service available. I can't get jacked. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, once in a while.
It's like, what's going on? What, did somebody flick the switch off on the cell tower? What's going on here?
That's sort of what it seems like.
All right, now, Froggy, who do you have? Who's your cell
Mint?
service? No, who's your cell service?
Verizon.
All right, so you got Verizon as well?
Yes.
I just got it like 2 days. What's today? Today's Tuesday. No, I think I got it Monday. So
trying to
yesterday.
be like me, huh?
I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Did you get it yesterday?
No, I did not. I did not use the phone here yesterday.
I got it. You did not use the phone at all yesterday.
No.
You were phone free.
Phone free.
All right. So I don't know what's going on. But they need to put a tower right out the window that I'm staring at that field over there. Our cell coverage here is just terrible. But anyway, we are getting tons of people. And they have to expand the towers and the capacity. If you've got all these new users, you got to be able to handle all these new users is what it comes down to. So I thought that was very interesting. Roxanne, you got a text, and this is kind of on the sad side here, but you got a text from, you believe, a first-time texter.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say?
Morning. I am a listener of your radio station. I would like for the morning show to say a prayer and think about the people in Buffalo, New York, with the mass shooting of a racist. How terrible. If you guys could put that on. I now live in Florida and I'm originally from outside of Buffalo. Thank you.
Gotcha. Absolutely. What happened up in Buffalo is a nightmare. It's a horror. It's a tragedy. And absolutely,
what's going on?
Our thoughts go out to all the people of Buffalo and all those affected by what happened, 100%. And thank you for moving down here. And, well, there we go. Probably a Verizon customer that's now down here.
Yep.
Or maybe AT&T or T-Mobile or whatever. But another left New York, now down in Florida here. But thanks for checking in. I do appreciate it. Hey, also, I saw that tourism in Florida has recovered. They're saying that tourism is now fully rebounded from the COVID pandemic. Did you know that?
You know what? I feel like it has, as far as, I know I'm planning trips this summer, and, where in years past, he's like, we'll take a trip next year. No trip this year.
Well, I'm kind of catching up. I went to Egypt to go scuba diving in the Red Sea back in March, and then I'm taking Julian. We're going diving in the middle of the Indian Ocean next month.
Right.
So we're catching. I didn't have any scuba trips for over 2 years, so I'm kind of catching up now.
We are going to Epcot and going to visit all those places.
There you go.
I'm going to go skiing in Iraq.
That's tops. They have the Winter Olympics in 2030.
Oh man,
yeah, Baghdad.
You got the shivers just thinking about it.
But tourism has recovered. Speaking of the pandemic, though, guess what I ordered yesterday?
Oh, God. What other useless thing did you buy?
Guess what I ordered? This story kind of came out of nowhere yesterday. Story just breaks. The government is now sending more free COVID tests. Now,
I was going to guess that.
Okay, I ordered round one. I ordered round one. Then remember they offered a round two, and those were those 2 kits or those four?
It was 4 and 4.
All right, so 4. All right, so the first round in January they sent you free COVID home test kits. Then, like a month later, they offered you another 4. Guess what happened yesterday? The U.S. government, the same thing. What is it? COVIDtest.gov?
Is that?
Yeah, the website, COVIDtest.gov. Guess what happened? Yesterday, they're opening up a 3rd round, and they'll mail you free COVID tests. Now they're sending you 8. You know what this means?
You're just going to hoard them?
It means they've got COVID test kits coming out of there. You know, that's what that means. Weird. They've got warehouses of these test kits all over the country.
They only last for like a year. Did you know that?
Right. That's why they need to unload these things.
What if you come down to the last day, just start testing yourself like 12 times in one day?
I have 8 of them in my house, and I haven't used any.
Let me tell you right now that if the federal government has any gold bullion that's about to expire, send that my way as well.
Yes.
Gold bullion.
You haven't used any?
No. I haven't felt like I needed to use any.
Dude, if I get a sniffle, I'm jamming the thing up my nose.
I've tested myself, and I think the kids a couple times, just to be safe.
Yeah, I've tested myself.
I ordered 8 more last night, so I'm going to have another 8. 2 packages of 4. So we're going to get 2 different mailings, and I should get an alert. I signed up for the alerts as soon as they ship, and then the whole thing.
Bester, give me yours if you're not going to use them.
I'll give them to you the day before they expire.
So have to use them all in one day.
Just so you know, folks, if you go to COVIDtest.gov?
COVIDtest.gov, and it takes you to a USPS site where you can fill in your information.
Because the USPS is doing all the data collection and the fulfillment. So if you want now the next round of 8 free COVID home tests, just go to covidtest.gov. And then each address is entitled now to 8 additionals. I just hope I get the USA ones. I don't want the China ones. I keep getting them made in China.
Yeah, that means you're going to get 4 more.
Well,
8 more.
8 more. No, but you know what? I think the first time I might have gotten Korea. So Korea's fine. I think I got Korea the first time, and then which is fine. And then the second time I got China. And then, well, we'll see what I get with the 8 that'll be shipped to my house. Now, the last time I ordered like at 12 noon on the day that they said that you can now order. I had them the next day. It was bizarre.
All right, so
I ordered like on a Tuesday, and they arrived on a Wednesday next day for the second round. So I ordered these late last night, and we'll see how long they take to get there. Yeah, Fester.
I just put in my order for 8 more, so I'll have a total of 16 at my house.
That you'll never use.
I'll never use them. I guess I will use them if
we
I
ought
felt
to. You know what?
them.
We ought to just do testing, just random testing on the show, and just make sure we're all negative. Just one morning, okay? Just pop surprise test,
pop quiz,
pop quiz, pop COVID quiz,
pop quiz,
right here
shot.
with Fester's pile of COVID test kits. By the way, you have any? What are the thyroid pills for radiation leaks? What is that? What?
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't know about that?
Radiation leaks?
Yeah. If like there's a big explosion at the nuclear power plant up at Crystal River, and there's radiation in the air. If that ever were to happen,
You take thyroid pills?
no, it's because radiation collects in your thyroid.
Okay.
You take what is the
Fester's?
potassium iodide.
Oh, the KI pills? Yeah.
You take potassium iodide pills, and that blocks the radiation from collecting in your thyroid.
Where are we? 3 Mile Island? What the hell is happening? What are you talking about?
I'm scaring Froggy.
What are you seriously?
Am I scaring you?
Well, I mean, you're making it sound like there's going to be like a horrible destructive event.
I tell you what. Let me change course immediately, and let's play the soundbite of the day.
What, if any, issues did Boo have with bathroom problems, if you will?
Objection, leading and relevance.
Overruled. Talk about the poop.
She had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy and had bowel control issues for her entire life, among some other issues. She was, we regularly had to take her to the vet to try to figure out.
So there you go. The audio bite of the day that Boo ate Johnny Depp's weed, according to Amber Heard, allegedly, and then Boo had all kinds of bathroom problems.
He made her grumpy.
So made a grumpy in the bed.
Aw, Boo.
Boo went boo-boo in the bed.
I haven't. I want to ask something really disgusting.
No, stop.
Wait a minute. It's been quite a morning.
Come
That's
on.
not the way to preface a question.
Roxanne, no. I'm shutting you down right there. No. Nope. Next. Why don't you write it out and submit it in writing?
Okay, I'll submit it.
You need to learn sign language.
All right, hold on a sec. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. Roxanne is going to write down her question in writing. I will determine whether it is acceptable for broadcast on the MJ Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we will return momentarily. Stand by.
This is a
long question.
It's a pretty lengthy.
I can't hear you. The music is on for a reason.
It's a pretty lengthy
What?
question.
What are you saying?
It's a pretty lengthy question.
You're not
She's
supposed
still
to
writing.
talk.
This was like a musical interlude, and you're spoiling the whole thing.
Are you done writing?
Yeah, I
just gave you the pen.
It just got thrown to me. All right, I will hold it up to the camera on MJ TV first. Folks, don't forget you can watch the entire program every day on MJ TV. I'm holding up to the camera right now Roxanne's question. Casey, is it clear? Can you read it on camera? Is it perfectly clear?
Yes, it is.
All right, the question from Roxanne. You can read this question. That's okay.
All right, it's an acceptable question.
All right,
Let's just throw it back
here's
to
the
her.
pen. All right, so Roxanne, the question.
I need a paper to read it. Okay,
Go ahead.
know it. Okay, how has it been confirmed how big the poop was?
Dude, they measured it.
But like who and what?
The poop analysis team.
Yeah, CSI came in with the calipers.
This happened. Like, where's the evidence?
Looks like this bleep. Wait, what would he say?
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. A couple of things. We got to get into this in more detail tomorrow. Do you believe, Roxanne, did you send me the influencer posting the different images of
yes, I love that.
The Instagram pose versus reality? Like what? Now, are these all the same? Are these
same
all
chick.
It's
Yes.
all this. Okay, this is crazy.
Isn't it nuts?
This is an Instagrammer. This is an IGer, and there is a variation. There is a side by side of what she looks like on Instagram and the way she makes herself look versus reality. Mm-hmm. And it is crazy. I guess she's an influencer. God, I hate that term. What do you do? I'm an influencer. Shut up.
Hey, man, it's a thing.
I know it's a thing, and I hate it. But this is crazy. The woman and her poses versus reality. So we got to get into that later on. Oh, the fugitives. Remember the corrections officer, the assistant corrections officer,
lurch-looking guy.
What was her
Vicky White?
What was her title? She was like deputy,
she was employee
warden or whatever the hell she was.
She had a pretty highfalutin job at the Alabama jail.
So Vicky White, who offed herself, they captured the 6'9" monster murderer guy after they split and they went on the road trip from Alabama up to Indiana. Did you see some of the additional details that are coming out? Vicky White went on a shopping spree at a sex toy shop.
Yeah, baby.
Before the escape. So wait, it was like sexy fugitive time?
They got after Bonnie and Clyde.
Before the escape, she went shopping at a sex toy shop.
All right, make no mistake about it.
What?
They had 11 days.
My God.
Of
the hell's going on?
Of doing it.
Pull my Paul Williams money.
My God. Anyway, hey, we got to get out of here. So final words for the Lightning in just a moment. Guys, think of your final words, and we'll wrap things up momentarily. Hey, before we go, though, I want to mention that it is moving season. All right? Now, you know what this means? Spring into summer is moving season. You know what happens? You get all these fly-by-night scammer movers that pop up. You might see little handwritten signs like on the side of the road. It looks like some 4-year-old wrote it with a black Sharpie. Listen, you have companies that pop up. You got scam movers that pop up. Be careful. Buyer beware, because this is the season for this kind of stuff. If you're looking to make a move, whether it's a local move, whether it is a move out of state, you want 2 college brothers. You got 2 college brothers, then you have the others. This is locally owned. They have their own climate-controlled storage in-house. When you move with 2 college brothers, you're protected by the repair and replacement guarantee. Extend up to 10 times the protection that's required by the state of Florida. Two College Brothers. Simple, transparent, flat rate pricing. They stick by their quotes and their pricing. That's another racket. They change the price on you. They give you one quote, and then they double it. Oh, well, we're not going to take your stuff off the truck until you pay twice as much. That's not going to happen. When you want a solid mover you can trust, it's Two College Brothers movers. So it's twocollegebrothers.com. Twocollegebrothers.com. It's the smartest move you're going to make, folks. Twocollegebrothers.com. If you know anybody making a move, it's Two College Brothers Moving. twocollegebrothers.com and tell them that MJ sent you. All right, guys, before we get out of here, final words. Go Lightning, game 1 of the next round. Down in Sunrise tonight. I guess Braden Point probably out. We don't even know when he's coming back after his injury. So
No. My favorite story of the day, we did not get to it, so if we could talk about it tomorrow, please.
What is that?
Sports Illustrated cover.
Oh, the Kim Kardashian thing and all that stuff. Absolutely. 100%. All right, put that on the list as well as the Instagram stuff. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. The MJ Morning Show on Q105 website is loaded, mjmorningshow.com. And let's be careful out there.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big